with the sewer of this place.
It is the new normal hour. You do understand that, don't you?
I do.
First day of this new experiment.
Bye, 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 bye. I'm doing her, that's right, just about every day and night, 'cause Britney's young and tight. Hey, baby, come on. I waited endlessly. She finally gave it to me. Now, just like in her songs, I can hear her moan. I've been dating her since we were 4. It ain't no lie. I was the first to go through that door. It's come by. It's about time everybody knew. We're doing it like bunnies for a year or two. I hate to tell you her virginity has come by. The sweetest cherries are so young and pink. I thank God every day that I am within sync. I hate to tell you her virginity has come by.
If God had a ball and took a hit, then would he act like Cheech and Chong and get the munchies and make brownies filled with hash? And would he share it with Jesus and the saints, those pious potheads? And yeah, heart is great, and yeah, heart is good, and yeah. What if God's most cannibals, smoking pot like one of us, getting high on the back of the bus, just him and Moses getting stoned on a Greyhound bus to Rome to get some Vatican homegrown, a couple dimebacks to take home. Smoked a big Bob Marley on his throne. No fun in heaven unless you're stoned.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show USA. It's me, Larry King.
Oh, hi, Larry.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, gang, whenever I get a couple of snifters of brandy and a tab of acid in me, I like to call you kids up.
We can tell.
Oh, wow.
We do a little thing. It's called People, News, and Views by Larry King. It's random thoughts. Let's go. My impression of every Jewish holiday, and I should know. They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat. ... I am utterly thrilled about Liza Minnelli's impending wedding. Because even loud, scary pillheads deserve some happiness.
She is a loud, scary
Oh,
pillhead.
isn't she? And God knows Liza is a force of nature. You know, she's like a tornado with flopping grandma boobs.
Oh, savor that line. That's a beautiful thing.
She sings like someone is strangling a cat and trials on more makeup than a softball team of whores.
A little rough. It's a little harsh.
Wow.
Hey, if there's anything more dashing and romantic than a submarine putting out to sea, I don't know what it is. It warms the blood and fires the imagination. Imagine 100 men go down, 50 couples come back. Love is a sweaty, splendored thing. Hey, portfolio watchers, WorldCom's long-distance phone division has announced a new plan. Things must be looking up. 6 cents any time of the day. Oh, hold on. That's the price of their stock. Oops. My bad.
My bad.
As the children of Ted Williams, come closer to an agreement over whether the body of their dad's going to remain frozen, the folks at the facility holding Ted in the giant frozen vat are treating the baseball great cylinder with the utmost respect. You know what they printed on the outside of his tank?
No.
No pepper.
That's obscure.
Yay!
Beautifully done, Larry.
Wait, please. If at first you don't succeed, then skydiving really isn't for you. Jesse Jackson's back in the news, kids. Did you hear he met recently with Yasser Arafat? Oh, yeah, you talk about different icons. One has exploited his own people, has a worn-out message and a scandalous past. The other is the leader of the PLO. Who is generally considered a Catholic clergy's favorite biblical character? A very young Peter.
Hello.
Arthur Mellon, the creator of the Frisbee, died last week at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements reflecting the man's life and his work. In fact, the body is still lying in state on his neighbor's rooftop. And just let me hit you with one more.
Go ahead.
Please,
All
I'll
right.
get the band ready for this one. Did you see the Dynasty star actress Joan Collins is married for the 5th time?
Oh, yeah.
All the wedding had all the traditional stuff. By the way, the something blue was her vagina. I'm really kidding.
I thought that would be something old.
That's why it's full of fun.
Sing my song, but you're not looking at my mouth. You stare so long at something that's a bit further south. And it's not my face where both your eyes go looking. Right under my clothes is my biggest asset.
Rectum.
Underneath my clothes, there's a great big booty, bigger than J-Lo's, is my huge patootie, and that is why nobody cares that I sing so friggin' funny. Underneath my clothes, there's a great big hiney. When I strike a pose, it's anything but tiny, so nobody notices that I sing so friggin' funny, and I sing so friggin' funny.
And it just dawns on me, what a glaring omission we had from yesterday's pool, you know? How come Shakira wasn't on there?
I thought of it.
And?
Her. Well, I wasn't shouting out any names. I wasn't
She's no
allowed those
Carmen
people
Electric.
to- Oh.
Well, see, there you go. Well, we apologize for that profusely. Anyway, this is the first that we're trying this, and we like it already. Taking
lot.
that Wednesday noon to 1 hour all comedy bits hour and moving it up from the ass end to the front end. We're front loading it. And doing it 9 to 10. And we like it. In fact, we like it so much we might do it every day. It sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah! Why the hell not? It sounds like a wiener to me. Anyway, so we'll in fact, this gives them an added hour to vote on the poll from yesterday. Those people
Right.
may have been napping or whatever, or getting all ready for the president's big speech last night, which I didn't watch, by the way, but we'll get to that later.
They can get their work done.
They can get their
all
work done and get
situated and settled.
situated and ready for the real start of the show at 10 o'clock, which was supposed to start anyway. 10 past 9 at 560 WQM. Got a question for you. Still sleeping on the same crappy old worn out mattress that you've had for years and years? Well, nothing's got a bigger impact on the way you feel every day than the mattress you sleep on every night. So call 1-800-MATTRESS right now and you can have a great night's sleep every night for years to come from our good paisans at Dial a Mattress. Take it from me. I've been using them for years, and even some other folks around here like George and Miguel are finally wising up and using them too. It's the only thing to do. It's easy. They carry the best mattresses in the world. They got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil in every size, every style, and you'll have 30 days to try it out in your home with the best comfort exchange policy ever heard of in the world. You know, some places make you sleep on that new mattress for at least 30, even 60 nights before making an exchange. So if you're not comfortable after the first night, that means you're stuck 59 more sleepless nights before you can do anything about it. They'll charge you for restock, redelivery, and you'll pay full retail price on exchanges too. Not with Dial Mattress. For real comfort, no hidden charges or extra fees, call 1-800-MATTRESS now. If you need an exchange, you can do so anytime within their 30-day comfort exchange period, within 30 days, that is, with no hassles at all. And if you'd like to shop online, check them out at mattress.com. That's the website for Dollar Mattress. If you want to see it before you buy it, mattress.com's have pictures of the mattresses the expert bedding consultants suggest, and maybe some people doing stuff on there too. Make the call now to Dollar Mattress. Enjoy a great night's sleep like you've never seen before. Call 1-800-MATTRES. Dial Mattress, the answer for a perfect night's sleep. 1-800-MATTRESS.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Pick the bad day to quit sniffing glue.
And that's why I think the Jets will have a championship season.
The Jets?
And what did I tell you? You don't talk till I say you can talk.
This is the Beast.
I said, shut up, fatso.
But you're like a father to me.
You don't talk till I'm done talking. When I'm done talking, then you talk.
Okay, I'll...
Hey, Beast, come here.
What?
Come here. I want you to meet a friend of mine, Mr. Golf Club. Why, I ought to... I'm going to show you the business end of this thing. Come here. This court sentences you to 20 years in Oz. What'd you info? I thought a tag off my mattress. Looks like we'll be bunkmates. The name's Mohammed David. Star of stage, screen, and paradise. What's yours? Nick owes me coffee. You got so tan. Thank you. Hey, get out. What are you doing? So powder drill, honey. I'm going to make you my woman. Ain't nobody going to stop it. God. You, Pinky.
All right, shower time. You got 10 minutes.
I ought to be safe in here.
Yo, Bowtie.
Yo, man.
Get a load of our new Linda Blair over there.
Ain't so pretty.
Okay.
Hey, don't embarrass me like that. Do you know who I am?
Okay, man. Bend over and pick it up now.
All right, but I expect a written apology on my desk.
With that broom handle, Bowtie.
Say hello, broom hand. I'll take the throne.
Lord, will see you now.
Thanks.
Well, Mr. David.
Hello, Warden.
Joe, Jack Warden. How can I help you?
Well, you see, Warden,
Yes?
I keep getting raped.
Joe, isn't that a shame? I'll look into it right away.
Thanks, Warden. It's about time somebody...
But now drop your pad.
Huh?
I said drop your pad. This is Oz. Favors don't come cheap.
Yo, let's rate Mo. Radio Big Shot.
Oh!
That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail of Oz.
1 out of 12. We have an ARAP photograph in a nuclear facility. We're going to need backup.
Okay, Abdul, get down on the ground. Start praying, because you're going to jail.
You can't arrest me. I'm a guest in your country. I have my constitutional rights. They call me Jihad Johnny. I may look a little funny, but I burn a mean American flag. My clothes are sheets and towels. Use my hand to clean my bowels, and I keep a bomb in this book bag. Quran's what they're preaching. It's the only thing they're teaching. It's the only book allowed in my school. I'm rocking while I'm reading. If I stop, I'll get a beating. They'll take me out and whip me like a mule. Jihad Johnny is the terrorist that makes the world scream. Jihad Johnny gets his picture in the Martyr Museum. Go, Johnny, go! Now we're howling like a monkey, dressed in toga, smelling funky, and we sound like turkeys gobbling in the crowd. We can sneak into your nation like a tourist on vacation. When our deed is done, Osama will be proud. If I get my student visa, we'll have prostitutes and pizza, forced to mingle with the infidel swine. And although that's hard to swallow, pretty soon I'll be with Allah. 7 virgins and a camel will be mine. Jihad Johnny is the terrorist that makes the world scream. Jihad Johnny gets his picture in the Martyr Museum. Go, Johnny, go! They call me Jihad Johnny. I may look a little funny, but I burn a mean American flag.
Yes.
my clothes, I sheets and towels. Use my hand to clean my bowels. And I keep a bum in this fool's bag. Jihad Johnny is the terrorist that makes the world scream. Jihad Johnny gets his picture in the Martyr Museum. Go Johnny, go!
I hereby sentence you, Abu Jihan, also known as Jihad Johnny, to death by electrocution.
Listen, son, would you like to get right with Jesus before we give you the big jolt then? Well, then God have mercy on your heathen soul.
Estuvo muriendo aquí.
Don't like all the heartburn. Every time I see that retarded dimwit on my TV. He's President Trump, Republican muscled in, an inarticulate idiot. I don't know why they would want this guy, but now he's here. We're screwed the next 4 years with President Thumb. Oh, what I give to count votes once more and get who we all voted for. Why did you want this? Lips thrumming, stupid heat. Mindless, drunk, and rich kid. He's even dumber than me. He's President Dumb. You don't care what it took. You got him in by hook or crook. The Christian right knows what's best for you and I, but have no fear. We've got a great leader here with President Dumb. President Dumb.
Increíble.
They say our love is taboo, that what we're doing is wrong. But I don't care what they say, 'cause my love is so strong. They tell us we should be ashamed. We're not husband and wife, but I cherish each moment with you. I'm so glad you're in my life. You're my prison bitch, you're not like other men.
No.
I'm glad we share a prison cell when lights go out at 10. I can't escape the way I feel, now that would be a crime. As long as I am doing you, I don't mind doing time. 'Cause you're my prison bitch, and I have no regrets. I got you for a candy bar and a pack of cigarettes. At first you were resistant, but now you are my friend. I knew that I would get you in the end. Oh,
Rectum.
prison bitch. I guess that you were sent from up above. Yeah. Prison bitch. And now you are my prisoner.
I'm your prison bitch, and you're a sex machine. I only have one request. How about some Vaseline? I'm tired of this prison cell. I need to get away. They sentenced me to 7 years, not 7 times a day. I'm your prison bitch, you nymphomaniac.
Jimmy.
I really hate these knockers that you tattooed on my back. I thought that I could break away, but now I'm losing hope. God, I'm tired of picking up the soap.
Bend over, prison bitch. Prison bitch. Turn out the lights, 'cause I can hardly wait. Prison bitch. Prison bitch.
When I get out, I'm ready to go straight.
You're my prison bitch, my prison bitch. I'll never say goodbye. You're not like all the others. Too bad they had to die.
On the second thought, I think I'll stay if you want me to. Your prison bitch is never leaving you.
Yeah, at first you were my cellmate, but now you're my soulmate. So come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, no, not again. Now I know why they call you a hardened criminal.
Hang on. You're about to find out why they call this the pokey.
Ooh,
926 at 560 WQM. How do you like it so far?
Oh, yes, for
Man,
me. I'm
are we
loving
in a
it.
good mood or what, huh? We're in a really good mood?
Yes.
Everything is looking up roses. How does that go?
Roses what?
Da-da-da. What's that song?
Everything's coming up roses?
Everything's coming up. Anyway,
Wasn't that Ethel Merman?
don't forget, Jen, it was not Ethel Merman. Everything's, yeah, I guess she did sing that. She never sang, she just shouted.
She bellowed.
She, when in doubt, she'd shout it out.
caterwauled.
She's still dead, by the way.
Yep.
Join George this afternoon, happy hour, 5 to 7 at Treasure Island. Located off the Palmetto, just north of 122nd Street exit. Stop by for prizes, drink specials, and see the entire horny entourage of QEM will be there. Desperate.
The whole gang.
Desperate. Crawling on the wall, crawling onto each other, grabbing a little bit of
Rectum. Yeah, a little.
or a lot. You need car insurance? Have you gotten tickets in the past or had an accident?
Yes.
You have really bad credit. Well, if you answered yes to any of these things, here's the number you ought to be calling right now. 1-888-506-7283. That's the number for Florida First Insurance. They've got the car insurance policy plan for everybody, regardless of your past record. They've got low down payments, get you the car insurance you need for as little as $35 a month. Say it again. Call them right now, toll free at 1-888-506-7283. Florida First Insurance offers free quotes, is family owned and operated with years of experience. You deserve the car insurance you need, so call them now. 1-888-506-7283 if you need home, life, health, or commercial insurance. These are the folks who can get you covered at Florida First Insurance. And right now is a special promotion. Stop by any Florida First Insurance location, get you a quote, and you'll get 2 free casino cruise passes, compliments of Las Vegas Star Marketing, a $60 value, absolutely free. That's right, call 1-888-506-7283, get a car insurance quote from Florida First Insurance, and get 2 free casino cruise passes. Don't forget, no matter what your car history record is, call 1-888-506-7283 for Florida First Insurance for all your car insurance needs. Got the number? Well, just in case, here it is one more time. 1-888-506-7283.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
What the hell are you doing to me?
1, 2, 3, 4, more bombs drop. 5, 6, 7, 8, more bombs drop. 9, 10, 11, 12, more bombs drop. We're gonna drop the bomb around the clock. We're gonna drop them bombs and make them dead. Blow that rag right off their head. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight. We're gonna bomb, 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 knock out their lights. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight. Here's a real gun bomb, so have a blast. We're gonna shove that all up your ass. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight. We're gonna bomb, 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 knock out their lights. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight.
Yes.
Stop the boys.
gonna stomp your ass into a mud hole. Then walk it dry and then stomp it some more. We gonna show you how we rock and roll. We're gonna show you how we rock and roll. We gonna stomp your ass into a mud hole. Then walk it dry and then stomp it some more. We gonna show you how we rock and roll.
I thought Christianity was fairy tale. This religion thing was not for me. They held a big convention. They let me in for free. Had no idea what I was about to see.
Oh!
They were speaking in tongues. That made me a believer. It was kind of fun to stick it out of my mouth. Speak in tongues. They got me believing my tongue is weaving from side to side. The Lord will now embrace me. I clap my tongue to the beat. Now, whatever I do, He'll forgive me. Cause now I speak in tongues. That makes me a believer. And I'm having fun playing around with my mouth. Now I speak in tongues.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the two newest New York Yankees, Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden, and their personal coach, Steve Howe. How? That's what I'd like to know.
Doc Gooden's in the wind-up. The straw man snorts the lineup. He's drooling like a dog who heard a bell. He's high as a lab rat from smoking the crack of the bat. He doesn't like cocaine, just likes the way it smells. Snorting 8 balls. Darryl's rolling up a 20, snorting 8 balls. And he's giving Gooden plenty. They lick the $20 bill. Their teeth are grinding like a pepper mill. Doing 8 balls. Alcohol and pills. Jesus. Steve Howe is in the bullpen. His nostrils are wide open. He's so f***ed up he thinks he's on the Braves. He gets advice from Doc, and Doc prescribes some rock. So first he blew a line, and then he blew the save. Snorting 8 balls. They abuse the magic powder. Snorting 8 balls. Sprinkle it on their clam chowder. Prescriptions got perpetual refill. They do it in the pool if they had gills. Doing 8 balls. Alcohol and pills. All that money. 8 balls. Alcohol and pills.
I'd like to welcome you all aboard. This is your manager, Buck.
Hi, Buck! Jumped in a taxi cab. I said, driver, Central Park. He looked at me so quizzically, I could tell he was in the dark.
So I acted out my pop charade, and with my arms the trees I made. 'Cause nobody speaks English anymore. I went down to Miami Beach where the weather is nice and sunny. I walked into a liquor store, but the guy there talks real funny. So I asked him for a pint of old Jim Beam. He says, "No entiendo." What does that mean? Nobody speaks English anymore. At the corner deli. Hell, I think I'm in Pakistan. Speak English, smelly. Or you can go back to Iran. I came here many years ago. Learned my ABCs. I don't say muchas gracias. I say pretty please. So get yourself to a classroom quick. You're in America now. Stop making me sick. Nobody speaks English anymore.
Oh! 21 till 10 at 560 WQM. I'm liking it more as it goes along, you know what? I'm ready to get into this now. And we got almost 1,600 votes on the poll from yesterday. The new poll will give you like after the 10 o'clock hour, right?
Right.
See, this is like more like synchronized now. I'm starting to think real serious of maybe doing this every day. And you know, another thing, it creates kind of like a logical bridge.
A break, a buffer.
A buffer? A lot of buffers out there on the streets. A bridge between like Mo and our show and Mo. You see what I'm saying?
I know.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
You're going to accuse me of being an ass-kisser if I actually agree with you and talk about how
Ass
giddy I
kisser.
am.
Don't forget, be sure and join the Ass Kisser, 5 to 7 at Treasure Island this afternoon.
Demonstrations.
And he'll show you how to kiss some ass. And maybe even lick a little,
rectum
on the side. Or like in the middle. 20 till 10 at 560 WQM. Delights of West Boca is a mega store for the Atkins diet or any low-carb, sugar-free diet. A place you're going to love. You're going to embrace it. You're going to squeeze it. And good reason to join the thousands of people who travel there from all over the place because it's a one-of-a-kind store that's got over 600 different delicious low-carb food products on the shelves waiting for you to try. And don't forget this week, try the Simply Low-Carb Loaf. A delicious new bread with just 3 grams of digestible carbs per slice and the delicious taste of whole wheat bread. You'll be in snack heaven. So whether it's Carbolite ice cream, breads, chips, muffins, cheesecakes, pasta, and sauces, Delights of West Boca is a place you're going to love. And you can sample, like I always tell you, you can try anything in the store before you be buying it, before you pay for it. They got a staff that knows their stuff inside and out. They're open every day, 7 days a week, 10 to 10. And this particular store has got the biggest selection of Atkins brand products you'll find anywhere. And the best part of the whole deal is it's always 25% off the regular price all day, every day, even on Purim. And of course, more and more people are hopping on the Atkins diet because for a lot of folks, it works better than anything else. So do the smart thing. Head for the #1 low-carb, sugar-free store in the world, Delights of West Boca, on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Or call them toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB. Check them out on the web if you like at lowcarb.com. Don't forget there is only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Eichner, the king is back, bigger and better than ever. Elvis Presley in his first big movie role since he's been dead. Elvis of Arabia.
Elvis, I don't believe this true.
Yes, it's a completely new Elvis movie with the same old Elvis movie touches. 17 unforgettable babes and 18 forgettable songs, including Teddy Bear, Don't Be Cool, Dying in the Chapel, Blue Suede Burial Shoes, You Ain't Nothing But a Pallbearer, and more. Yes, see Elvis in his stiffest performance yet. He's bigger, better, and deader than ever. Elvis of Arabia, playing in a theater, drive-in, or mortuary near you.
Thank you. Good night. God bless.
Just a reminder for our radio listeners that the end of the world is going to come next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. And the Department of Health has requested homeowners to unplug all electrical appliances, turn off radios and TV sets, and disconnect gas stoves and furnaces. The post office recommends that you mail early in the day. And for those with automobiles, alternate side of the street parking will be suspended. That's the end of the world next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Mark it down.
Mr. Lecter, save me a piece. I'm disappointed you passed on Clarice. Still eating people right after you kill them. Not even leaving behind a Toxic people taste just like chicken. If you see Hannibal on the streets, better honor you a dead meat. Mr. Lecter, I've got to ask, how do you eat things through that funky mask? Though it looks good, you can't move your jaw. The first cannibal to use a silly straw. Lecter, I wish I saw you pay a visit out to Chappaqua. Eat the Clintons on your next spree. Just remember your Pepsi AC.
Spreading my track on the party. On the toilet, gripping the seat in pain. Towels dropping out of my body. Veins dropping out of my neck as I strain. All the peanut butter and stromboli with paprika and the pepperoni has got me straining and the groaning with burning roars. My fat body is writhing, breaking a sweat, my bowels are losing control. Feel like I'm close to dying. You do burning, spewing out my hole. I gotta lift my leg up higher. My asshole feels like it's on fire, and I feel just like I'm dying from burning raw. I got a chunk of burning raw. I got a chunk of burning raw. I got a chunk of burning raw. I got a rip. I got a rip. I got a rip. I got a trip.
Sometimes I feel that life is passing me by. Sometimes I feel that life is passing me by. When I listen to your show, it just makes me smile. When I listen to your show, it just makes me smile. When I listen to your show, it makes me feel like a child. Neil Rogers on the radio. Neil Rogers on the radio. Neil Rogers on my
Shut up, you big hog. Ginger Rogers takes a mouthful of the sausage and Jorge's pants. That pipe smoker and uncircumcised Cupid engage in a bagel dance. I'm a cranky homophobe. Not that I mind it, but I'm way too old. I fantasize about being in bed in a tryst with Fiedler, my man friend. Jesus Christ. I'll kiss and make up with Ginger someday. You will? And then ask him to rape my buns over and over again. Though I would not feel remorseful. No! And I would not be ashamed about a Ginger and Mo gay union. Just boning and stroking away. Boy, Kelly, you're not my type. No! You sound like a 9-year-old kid. Only a macho, manly kind.
You don't notice me.
That makes me flip my wig. If Ginger was a lover of mine, I'd bury my bulbous veiny nose inside his pimply rear end. No, I would not be a sport hole if I was not a closeted fay. That's why a ginger and moge union would make me feel giddy and gay.
Everybody follow my bouncing balls.
Yeah, ginger and moge union would make my sore old bony ass feel safe. If we had a ginger and moge gay union, then he wouldn't have to get me raped.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story, we take a good, hard, stiff look into stardom. 5 school chums from the working-class London borough of Islington decided to form a band. And because of that, the world got Spandau Ballet shoved up its ass.
I know there's much is true.
No, please don't make me listen anymore. This Connecticut mental patient is one of hundreds across the country still suffering from overexposure to Spandau Ballet's hit song, True. Tonight, Inside the Behind brings you an unprecedented face-to-face interview between Spandau Ballet frontman Gary Kemp and the mental patient driven insane by his song.
You see, Gary?
Yeah?
The song, it still plays every day somewhere.
Sure, yeah.
Your voice. Oh, my God, your voice.
Yeah, what you mean? You mean when I go,
True! Yes! Ah! And what's with your name, Spandau Ballet? Where'd you get that? Off a wall in some German prison?
Yeah, actually, how'd you know?
You freak! What about the lyrics? The lyrics, man. Damn it, what do the lyrics mean?
I can think of one you must love. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue.
Why, you freak! Get him off me!
Unfortunately, the mental patient did not succeed in strangling Gary Kemp. Either way, Spandau Ballet's song will still be around to bug the crap out of us, even from those first few notes. Oh, no, oh my God! Oh, it's a big, juicy, sopping wet lick at show business tonight and Inside the Behind. Oh!
This weekend, North Korea, Iraq, Libya, Syria. It's the Weapons of Mass Destruction World Tour. Coming to the Botulitis Coliseum. Only the strong survive. Saturday, see Randy Racing, Cyanide Sam, and The Undertaker. Annihilate the Axis of Evil in a steel cage dead lumberjack match. Also scheduled to appear Cholera, Foot and Mouth, and Stone Dead Steve Austin. Unleash the power. Can you smell what Steve Sarin is cooking? And Sunday! The crowd will shake, the world will quake with the atomic thunder of Anti-Anthrax, Big Al Qaeda, Mean Mr. Mustard, and Goldberg in the World Heavyweight title match. Feel the sting of a sore loser in the Smallpox Battle Royale. There is no vaccine when you catch the fever of contagious hand-to-hand Mortal Kombat. The Weapons of Mass Destruction World Tour. This weekend at the Botulitis Coliseum. He's up on Saturday at 6.
What's that crap they play down the hall?
That's power.
Power 96. What garbage. The kids today don't know what's good. Like that song, I'm happy I live in a split-level head. You remember that? How can you... Listen. I'm happy I live in a split-level head. I'm happy I live in a split-level head. You don't remember that?
No.
No?
Why am I surrounded by morons?
Come on, Howie.
Don't you call me Howie. I've had enough insubordination from you, pal.
No.
You shut up, fatso. Okay, that's it. You're all fired. You fat, stupid boob. You listen to me. You're fired. Caprita goes for you, too. You know who I am? I'm the king of paradise.
I came down here after losing my job to be a big fish in a little pond. When they kicked me off ESPN, they told me don't come back again. I had some problems with wise guys who advised I move to paradise. Florida.
Fired. That McNeil ain't no Louis Nye. That guy was funny. You're all fired. And I hope that jizz guzzler dies. I hope he dies. I hope you all die.
I'm a big fish in a little pond, see? A big fish in a little pond. Is anybody listening to me? I'm a big fish in a little pond, a big fish in a little pond, a big fish in a little pond. Yeah! What is anybody into me?
9:56 at 560 WQM. We just took a survey, and the instant response around the building is,
all right.
Yeah, they like it. How do you like that? We like it.
We like it a lot.
I'm thinking every day. Let's try it for like a little while. Well, we'll find out from the audience whether they like it.
Well, there's 2 more days in the week.
Sure,
Well,
tomorrow
you have
and
to count the
Friday.
whole week,
That's
right?
a no-brainer. Anyway, 9:56 at QM. We got well over 1,600 votes on the poll now because this gives it a chance for the people who were like, out of touch yesterday. Maybe they weren't touching it. And then we'll start the new poll like right after 10. I think it puts us like back, if I dare say it, in sync again.
Now, this isn't going to be another one of those list type polls, is it?
No.
Oh, because
maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, I'll tell you, I'll give you a list of one place. Well, actually, there are 3 locations, but it's a list of one great place to go and pick out the Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet. I've been talking about these folks for years. I've had many a big fat meal over there in that place, and you'll enjoy it too. They're in Sunrise in North Miami Beach, and of course the newest location in Pembroke Pines. Start out your unbelievable feast with 6 different kinds of great soups, or try them all if you like. Just shovel them in your pants. Then sample dozens and dozens of succulent entrees, Oriental and otherwise, Oriental surf and turf on the weekends, New York strip steak made to your order, cooked just the way you like it at the Gourmet Center, a sizzling Asian grill with teriyaki, steak, shrimp, chicken, seafood, hand-carved prime rib. A lot of other Chinese buffets, they don't even hold a candle at Emerald Coast, and one of the reasons it's so good is because they don't use any crap, no MSG, no cornstarch, and they use only cholesterol-free oils in all their cooking. Their buffet features a full salad bar, a new sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail, and Emerald Coast famous Lobster Fest Be Back featuring lobster thermidors and lobster bisque too. One requirement at the Emerald Coast, you must leave room for dessert. Take a crowbar and shove that in your pants and make a little opening in there for pies and cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, and fresh fruit. It's a perfect ending to unforgettable pig out at the Emerald Coast. You'll find them in Sunrise, the original South Florida location, Pine Island at 44th Street. They're on Collins Avenue just north of 163rd in North Miami Beach, and at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in Pembroke Pines. They accept reservations, takeout and delivery available as well. Be sure to check out the new Oriental chicken salad too. I always wondered why that's at the end of the spot, George.
Good question.
Yeah, well, check out the Oriental chicken salad. Maybe you'll find out. Call maybe eat it last after dessert. 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822 for the one and only Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Listener?
A young man turned 28. He scored the sweetest bag, all gone the next day. It's too many seeds in your dime bag. Getting to the party 2 minutes too late. Isn't it the chronic?
Yes.
Don't you think? It's like praying when your glass bong breaks the free bag. When you're already baked, it's a good weed that you just didn't take. Who would have thought you'd get it? A hot brownie that you already ate. A no stoner sign, a law that you break. It's like 10,000 joints when all you need is a light. It's like having the dealer of your dreams and then finding out he's got 10 to life. And isn't it the chronic? Don't you think? A little too much chronic. Yeah, I really do think. It's like praying when your glass bong breaks the free bag. When you're already baked, it's a good weed that you just didn't take. Who would have thought you'd get it?
10:03 at 560 WQM. I'll tell you one thing, we love that 9 to 10 hour.
Man, do I like that.
Yeah, and us too, I'll tell you. And we'll find out if the audience likes it or not. We always got some sour pies out there. That was terrible. But I think that could be the biggest hour in the whole show. I think that could be the biggest hour in South Florida radio, if you ask me. And you want to know why? 9 to 10. Stop and think about 9 to 10 a.m. It's like between a crock and a hard place.
Always been a problem.
It's neither fish nor fowl. Kind of foul, but nevertheless. And so now maybe we can actually make it into something. In other words, anybody that's like getting ready to start the day and going to work or whatever the hell they're doing, here's a chance for a few yucks. You know?
Right. You
lighten it up a little bit. And believe me,
that.
on this station, 9 o'clock, we do need to lighten it up just a little bit, a couple of notches, huh? We don't want to get too serious. You know, all the heavy-duty sports stuff that people get so intense and whipped up about. All those nasty rumors about Dave Wanstead and Troy the Boy, things like that. And everybody gets, like that. This is a chance to kind of like, you know, knock it down a couple of notches, kick back a little bit, put your feet up on the dash while you're driving a course, because you're not going anywhere anyway. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Even Muff came running in here, was just psychotic about it. He was going,
I like it. I like it.
Funny, he sounded just like Mad Dog when he was saying it. Anyway, here's a fax. I feel like we're like starting the show now. This is the way it's supposed to be. Neil Rogers' show starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's face it. This is the first time in over a year that we feel like us.
That was like a warm-up act.
You know what I mean? This is the first time in a year that we feel like us. Now, of course, nobody knows about it yet, although we teased it a little bit yesterday, but the word will get out. It'll get out. Here's a fax from Nadine, who says, I called yesterday around 12:30, announced myself, held on, and then, before you know it, I heard, bye, bye, bye! And the plug was pulled. They pulled our plug. I know you mostly have male listeners, but how can Tom Welling and Johnny Depp be so low on the list? That's a good question, Nadine. I've said to you before you'd have to fight me for Tom, and not Tom Byron either, she says. Tom Welling. She says she gets a swelling when she sees Tom Welling, which is kind of interesting. Maybe well, anyway, my daughter dated Johnny Depp when we lived in Miramar 28 years ago. How do you like that? Her daughter dated Johnny Depp.
Maybe she'll draw you a picture.
Woo! Maybe she'd describe it to me. He was handsome then, kind of shy, a bit on the dark side. He hung out with the tougher kids in the neighborhood in Carroll City, but seemed to be a loner. He was one of those brooding loners. You know, like James Dean. Yeah, kind of like that. Anyway, she says, I watched Smallville and the Osbournes last night. Couldn't bear listening to the competition. Me too, I watched at least half of that, Smallville. Good episode last night. Poor Lionel Luthor. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You're right. He must have gotten some of that kryptonite up his ass or something, because they can't destroy him. He's invulnerable. I mean, he kind of like caves a little bit, but he always bounces back. Although he's not bouncing too good with that thing around his neck, but nevertheless. Huh? That was a good episode.
It was all right.
And the best part, of course, were the previews. It's like all the other shows. The previews are always the best. Oh, should I tell everybody what happened on Passions? I better not. See, I see it on the dish a day ahead of time. Better not tell them what's going on there. Yesterday was pretty damn good. I think you'd have to agree with me. So anyway, what is it? His name is Miguel. Jesse
Ventura.
Are you going to start that again? Are you going to start? I know what it was. I'm just testing your memory. Anyway, she says, love you, Neil, and thanks for keeping it light, says Nadine. See? Thanks for keeping it light. Like that guy told me 26 and a half years ago, almost 27 years ago, keep it light. Sounded like he was having a stroke on the other end of the phone. Keep it light, Neil. I guarantee you one thing. He's dead now. He's keeping it real light.
Heavy.
Probably weighs about 20 pounds by now. Anyway, yesterday's poll. Okay, let's quit beating around the bush and get right to it. Did he say beating up the bush? Who's the hottest public figure in the world? And we say the hottest person, and we put public figure in there, so you're not going to say, oh yeah, Nadine Schwartz or whoever, you know? Somebody we know. Movie star, sports jock, celebrity, somebody important. Who's the hottest person in the world? Britney Spears. It was a pretty good battle there between Britney and Halle Berry for a while, and then some of the people went out and bought the Star, which I apologize to Halle and her supporters for turning them out of that picture, because it was really, didn't do her justice, as David Justice would say. Wasn't she married to David Justice? Who was married to David Justice? It wasn't her. Who the hell was it? Oh, it was some white chick. Who was it?
You're asking me.
Will you get with it, okay?
Who's David Justice?
For Justice, you know who we go see, don't you? Anyway, Britney Spears had 156. Halle Berry 128. We got 1,622 votes. Are you ready for that? Anna Cornaholia had 112. Jackie Johnson, the Channel 7 weather babe, had 92. Elizabeth Hurley, 77. Shania Twain, 74.
All right.
We love Shania Twain on this show, and don't mess with Shania. Serena Williams, and the brother was right yesterday, 69. What an interesting total of votes for Serena. Jessica Alba from Dark Angel, 65. I have no idea who that is. And you want to know why? Because I don't watch Dark Angel.
Well,
Carmen Electra, 52. We know who that is, George. Catherine Bell from Jag, 49. Kristen Crook from Smallville, I don't know. 48 it says here, but we got off to a slow start. Do you really believe that, Kristen Crook?
No, not really.
48?
No.
2 ahead of Charlize Theron from Devil's Advocate, 2 Days in the Valley, in your Big Valley, 46. Catherine Zeta Jones, 46. I used to work on Zeta 4. See, I don't want to start nitpicking, but Zeta is a Greek letter. It's not,
correct.
It's not like optional how you pronounce it. You know,
Right.
it's like beta. You know, beta is beta and, never the twain shall, right?
Omega.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but, yeah, Omega, the Omega Man. Do you remember who played the Omega Man in the movies?
Of course.
You son of a bitch.
He don't remember either. Let's see. Well, we'll do the break and then we'll finish off with the list. Then we'll get to today's pool, and then we'll start getting some analyzation from the audience out there. As I think we've reached, mark down a date, January 29th, 2003, we've reached a new cornerstone in the history of the show. Didn't a year ago I say we're going to be like retooling and stuff? I think we're like redoing the tool here, right on this show. 10 minutes after 10 at 560 WQM. By the way, you can, when you go by to see George and the whole gang trying to get laid this afternoon, win tickets to see the Scorpions in concert at the Coral Sky Amphitheater on the 31st.
We're having a really complicated contest involving just walking up and asking for them.
Right. So you can win tickets just by saying, can I have some? I say, sure. Anybody wants that stuff. I mean, who wants to go to the Coral Sky? Oh, I'm sorry, Woody. You don't want to go there, do you? Especially on a rainy day, especially if it's really cold. Anyway, it's snow in Miami. Speaking of that, that's what Tom Lehman is saying, and Joe Prieto is echoing because he knows what's good for them. They're buried, not in snow, but in automobiles and whatever else. The factory has sent Hallett so many cars, they got no place to stick them. Even Tom Lehman had to put some in his driveway, so they need to place one in yours as soon as possible, as in pronto. Hallett's blowing out all new vehicles, regardless of profit, including the Pontiac Vibe, starting at a ridiculously low price of only $13,998, and you get up to $5,000 off every GMC Envoy in stock at Hallett, plus get 0% financing or up to a $3,000 rebate. The choice is yours. And we always tell you about the gigantic, the almost endless selection of dependable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at Hallett, and that never changes. And also, as far as credit is concerned, that doesn't change either. Even if you got the worst credit in the history of mankind, Tom Lehman will find some way to cut you a deal and get you into a new vehicle, maybe an old jalopy, something, at Hallett Pontiac. Right now, don't forget, it's the Winter Blizzard Emergency Clearance Sale going out now, and you'll find Hallett Pontiac GMC in their same great spot. 35 years they've been doing people right. 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls. Open every day, 7 days a week. You'll save even some extra cash for having the balls to mention the Neil Rogers Show when you go in there. Call the Neil Rogers Neil Deal hotline for all the details. Call 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211 for Hallett Pontiac GMC Who Be. Make no mistake about it, professional grade.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
God. The material you're about to hear has been adolescently subjected to a moronic series of edits and changes with no endorsement or authorization by those depicted therein. We apologize, however, stand by our mission to make everything that is good and decent look as ridiculous as possible.
It's the most talked about reality TV show of the fall.
Wild, wild action.
From the director of The Osbournes.
But what is it, son? You must know what it is.
And the producer of The Anna Nicole Show.
Yeah, I'm doing a porno movie.
It's the Michael Jackson Show.
I've been doing it for years.
I know, but I can't remove any more of your nose. I mean, right now, it's basically just a blowhole.
Do it.
All right, if you insist.
I feel that.
Here you go. It looks cool.
I love it. I cannot handle this. It's too much.
That's disgusting!
My penis?
That's so sick!
The Michael Jackson Show.
It was a nightmare. A horrifying nightmare.
This fall on Fox.
Elizabeth Taylor's in the kitchen having sex with a llama.
I've done that many times. I love it.
You, Michael, I got that photo you've been waiting for. That nude photo of that Jonathan Lipnicki kid.
Good. That's what I wanted.
10:16 at 560 WQA. Man, I'll tell you, we're in such a good mood today, it's almost illegal. You know what? Do you think it's just a coincidence?
No.
I don't think so. I think that, see, the thing about the biorhythms, let's get Ernie Sochin on here to talk about all the socks that he lost and do biorhythms again.
Our biological clock.
Our biological clock was disrupted, okay? And you don't mess with our biological clock. And as a result, now we've discovered a way to get it like back in sync. I keep saying that, which I apologize profusely for that. He should have been on there yesterday as like the crank vote, Justin Tinkerbell.
Oh, somebody
the sad part of it. What?
Halle Berry was married to, what's his Justice?
David Justice. I know that. See, I know my crap. See, it's not important, is it?
What?
And that's why I know it. Mike and Kendall is the chronic faxer says, I really like the comedy hour. Keep the format. Could you please say hi to my mom, Shirley? She's a big fan of you. No. Okay, so hi, Shirley. And he likes the 9 to 10 hour. See, I was just going to do it on Wednesdays, changing around with the noon to 1 hour we've been doing on Wednesdays for quite a while.
Well, you know how sometimes you also like to premiere interesting European music that you won't normally hear over here?
Oh, what hour are we going to do that?
9 o'clock hour.
Yeah? I don't think. Now you're getting a little carried away. They don't want to hear my music. Believe me. Although the 10 to 11 hour today sounds really good for that.
More music.
And then, of course, the 11 to noon hour, that Asian music. This is a disgusting story. Thanks, Lynn. Our good friend Lynn Samuels turned me on to this story. West Palm Beach. And I'll give you the rest of that poll. Just relax, okay? Now we feel like we're more like the way the show was before. They dicked with this show, Greg.
Speaking of the poll, we have to nail it down before 10:30 because Eric has a conference call.
Just relax. I'll nail it down. First of all, what do you mean nail it down? He can take that off of there now. I already made my copy of it, Eric. So go right ahead.
Oh, he needs the new one.
I already faxed him the new one.
All right, then we're done.
Didn't he get it?
Oh, he didn't call me to say that he got it, but I assume.
Well, I'll fax it again right now. One moment, please. Did I say fax? Yeah, I'm faxing. Okay, there you go, Eric. Now bug off. A television producer's lawsuit says her former employer fired her after she complained about the company including scriptures inside paycheck envelopes and promoting Bible study at the office. How do you like that?
Oh, God.
In a lawsuit filed yesterday, Roseanne Sonneborn also alleged WJMK Television Productions president Mark Keeler withheld 2 weeks severance pay because she wouldn't drop a complaint of religious discrimination with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC. WJMK attorney Joe Curley said Sonneborn was fired last year because of the sluggish economy. Her claims do not have any merit, Curley said. That'll be proven in court. WJMK produces secular programs for cable TV. According to the lawsuit, Keeler, a fundamentalist Christian who also owns a Christian TV station, tried to impose his religious beliefs on his employees. How do you like that? Sonneborn, described in the lawsuit as Jewish and non-religious, alleged WJMK employees felt that going along with religious practices like voluntary Bible study sessions would help advance their careers. Curley said Bible passages the Boca Raton company included with its paychecks were Old Testament proverbs meant to be inspirational and dismissed charges that Keeler was trying to impose his religious beliefs on employees. Keeler is a religious person with a strong faith and convictions, but there are a number of people who are Jewish who work there as well as other religions, Curley said. How do you like that? So we don't know who to believe, but nevertheless, you believe whatever you like. Dayton, Ohio. See, now even the stuff that's coming in on the fax machine, it's like all of a sudden we're like in sync with the world again out there. Yeah, like we're breathing the fresh air again. So what we've done here is we've been persecuted for over a year on this station because, somebody got all paranoid and bent out of shape.
Greg?
Yeah, that's who it was.
And now we're liberated.
Right. And what a great transition I think it makes. It's the QM transition hour. From the morning grumpy old man hour to like some fun. Few yucks. Lighten it up a little bit. Don't have to find any scapegoats. If somebody doesn't laugh, we won't blame it on Zach, although it could be his fault. Fat Zach. A judge ordered a minister to face trial despite a plea by the pastor's attorney who said his client has been a sex addict since age 10 and needs treatment. Montgomery County, this is in Ohio, Common Pleas Court Judge Michael Hall yesterday scheduled Kevin Allen Turner's trial for April number 7. Turner, 33, former pastor of Anchor Community Church in suburban Trentwood, was arrested in July after police say he used the internet to arrange to have sex with a detective posing as a 14-year-old boy. A grand jury indicted him on charges of attempting to commit unlawful sexual conduct with a minor and importuning and possession of criminal tools. He had a criminal tool, and he wanted to share it with a 14-year-old boy. He faces up to 3 years in prison if convicted. Another good minister, a man of the cloth. Anyway, getting back to the poll result. Let's see, we left off with Catherine Beta Jones. Not that we want to beta a dead horse. J-Lo, 41. Jennifer Garner from Alias, 37. Jerry Ryan, 7 out of 9. What does that mean? 7 of 9?
7 of 9, that's the character she played when she was
what does that mean?
Star Trek.
As in, who is number 6?
She was a cyborg. So
who is number 6? Who's number 2?
You are number 2.
In fact, I think I got to do one right now. Jerry Ryan had 35 from Star Trek Voyager. Penelope Cruz, 33. Nah. Brad Pitt, 31. He had the most of any of the males on there. Now, keep in mind, we have a very, very, very overwhelmingly heterosexual male audience out there. Okay?
That's right, faggot.
So we don't have too many fags or women out there, so Brad Pitt was the highest male, which really disturbs me because, once upon a time, like maybe an hour or two ago, he was okay, but now he's old meat. 31 votes for Brad. Sofia Vergara, 24. Liv Tyler, 24. Jennifer Connelly, 24. And Sharon Stone, 24. Who just turned 84. Heather Locklear, 23. Faith Hill, 21. Jenna Jameson, the porn star, had 20. See, the problem with the porn stars is not too many people know the names anymore like it used to be. Am I right?
Right.
In the old days, everybody knew everybody's name.
Those are the only ones I know are the old bags.
Tom Brady was tied with Jenna Jameson, 20. I guarantee he's a lot prettier than she is. Cameron Diaz, 19. Brooke Burke, Ease Wildon, had 19. Antonio Sabato Jr. with the one lazy eye had 18. He did very well. He's got that one Diane Magnum eye. Oh, sorry. And of course, you know how Diane got that eye? It never used to be like that. And the first time she came in a little early and caught Dwight eating ass, that's when her eye kind of like cocked off to the side and never came back again.
She got cockeyed?
She got cockeyed. Poor, Diane. She's not looking good these days either, you know?
I don't watch that.
I don't either. I never watch Channel 10 News, but in channel surfing, and now they got my cable all fixed up. I told you they're the best AT&T broadband, didn't I? I had a bad installation. That was the problem. So for like years, my cable is sucked. My internet connection was like spastic at best, and now it's like lightning. It's like greased Jewish lightning now. It's so fast. Antonio Sabato, Alex said at 18. Natalie Portman, 13. Selma Hayek, 13. Denise Richards, 13. Renee Richards didn't make the cut. Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels had 13. I love that. Every time I say it, I get like excitement. In fact, doing that 9 to 10 hour this morning, I think was almost like sexual excitement for me. That's how great I felt at 10 o'clock. It was refreshing.
Right.
It was like a breath of fresh air. As opposed to sitting down and feeling like, oh, well, I gotta make something out of nothing here. I gotta make Chateaubriand out of dog crap. And believe me, if I could do that, I could have made you a lot of Chateaubriand today, because Tiny, what a way to start today. Tiny, cut it out. Soft serve, no less. Oh, Lucy Liu had 13. Joanne Blaylock had a dozen. Johnny Depp had 11. We gotta find out from Nadine about Johnny Depp's,
affairs?
No. Privates. Leah Remini had 10. Also, Jamie Presley had 10. Christina Aguilera had 10. Oh, my God. And you know how much easier it's going to be now? Every time we mention Christina Aguilera, just go, Eisner? Like that. Enrique Iglesias had 9. I love that. Eisner? Tom Welling had 8. So Enrique just was a little bit ahead of Tom Welling. Jessica Simpson had 8. Your good close girlfriend. She ain't looking that good anymore. Not that she ever did look that great. Oh, and now you agree. When, shortly after she was in the studio, when I came back from vacation that time, and you were raving about what a hot number she was. Jessica Simpson was sitting right over there across.
What dream are you having? I've only ever said the same thing.
And you weren't even here then, but you were.
Stop nodding up, and he'll
agree with anything.
If you say crap tastes good,
because he knows that you can do nothing for him. Look at that $25 I got him the other day, and you even provided 5.
He'll nod up and down. Say anything, and he'll agree with it.
Keep
making that up.
You keep telling me he changes the cap. He's been wearing that same nasty cap. In fact, Mo's going to start talking about him. He'll be the next non-fashion plate. Tyra Banks had 8. Fox News Heather had 8. Heather Graham. Oh, look at that. Fox News Heather and Heather Graham each had 8. No, Heather Graham had 7. Beyonce Knowles had 7. Natasha Henstridge from the Specious movies, had 7. Nick Lachey, 98 Degrees, had 7. Sorry, Nick. Now, Andrew Shue, it took us forever to get his name, until we let the other shoe drop. He was hot for about 5 minutes there, when Melrose Place was really, really big back in those days. Remember those days? No, you don't, because it's a long time ago. What years was Melrose Place on? He was big.
Couldn't tell you.
He was one of those preppy New England, he was pretty good. Now he's probably really nasty looking. Andrew Shue had 5. Monica Bellucci had 4. I just want to say that the rest of the show. Monica Bellucci, who probably knows Lou Pellucci. Hoochie Coochie, don't bet on Louis Pellucci. Heath Ledger from A Night's Tale on the Patriot had 4. I'm not even sure if that's a guy. But it is.
Yeah.
Well, we can check. Hayden Christensen, we're not too sure if he's a guy. He's got 3. The young adult Darth Vader. Rachel Weisz from The Mummy had 2. Marty Havlat, misspelled, by the way, from the Ottawa Senators, had a pair. And a lot of people want to see him. And Emma Campbell had 1. What a poll yesterday. Wow! Oh! Man! 1,600 and like almost 1,700 votes. Is Eric okay now? Has he got everything for his conference call? We don't want to interrupt with his busy schedule. Okay? Because we understand he's got a lot of important calls to make and a lot of people to bitch out. 26 I think Carlos will be the first one. Got some great bedtime stories for you, by the way. Are they up there yet or not? Or still working on them?
They're up there.
Good. Some reaction to last night's speech, which I did not watch. In fact, our poll today will be about that speech. Didn't watch it. We'll find out. Worldwide reaction, what really is going on there?
Nuclear.
I thought you didn't watch it.
No, Miguel gave me a report.
Oh, Miguel would watch it. He'd be sitting there glued to it, you know? That old bushlicker Miguel. 26 after 10 at 560 WQM. Pompano Park, we got great live racing 4 nights a week. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. By the way, next week starting 5 nights. First post time tonight and is 7:15 p.m. Free general parking, free admission every afternoon and evening. And since it's Wednesday, don't forget every Wednesday at Pompano Park is Dollar Night. You can get a draft beer, hot dog, soda, large pretzel, or popcorn, only $1 apiece. Coming up in February will be the big $250,000 a la Capri Pacing Series featuring many of the top horses in North America racing right here at Pompano Park. Why not come out for a great evening of horse racing action? Root home a winner from the rail, treat yourself to a private box seat on the 4th floor, enjoy a Ben & Jerry hot fudge sundae or a slice of Rostilla's pizza, and watch Dave Ingraham coming in somewhere toward the back of the pack. Don't forget every Monday there's got to be Monday Madness at Pompano Park, 2 for $25 full course dinner specials at their lavish top of the park restaurant. In fact, if it keeps going so good, maybe Lou Pellucci will come back. Also a great all-you-can-eat buffet in the 4th floor Players Lounge, only $10.95 per person every racing night. And don't forget, mark it down right now, even though it's a few days away. This coming Monday night, it's that big night that South Florida just craps their pants about, the free spaghetti dinner at Pompano Park. It's coming Monday, February 3rd. More details to follow soon. Don't forget, live racing 4 nights a week, and next week starting 5 nights, and full card simulcasting every day, 7 days a week starting at noon, with highlight harness and turbo action for all over North America. Pompano Park, great live racing card, 7:15 tonight. We'll see you there.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Push the move.
There's an old saying that says, fool me once, shame on you. Can't get fooled again.
Last time we were in Iraq, I guess we failed. Seems the more we snooped, the less we found. Hiding all his nuclear capabilities, disappointing our inspection teams. 'Cause we gotta face that he's a deceiver. There won't be a trace. If we go back this time, we're out of luck. 'Cause he's a deceiver. There won't be a damn thing we'll ever find. He thinks we are more or less idiots, thinking he can hide the stuff he's got. What's the use of searching? What do we got to gain? Don't you know you can't trust Saddam Hussein? Oh! 'Cause we gotta face that he's a deceiver. There won't be a trace. If we go back this time, we're out of luck. 'Cause he's a deceiver. There won't be a damn thing we'll ever find.
10:33 at 560 WQM. Here's the fact that says, here's tomorrow's poll for us, by the way, and thank you very, very much. See, why doesn't the audience give us more ideas for polls?
Because they don't care. They're lazy, they're lethargic.
See what I'm talking about him? He could screw up a wet dream, this guy. I haven't felt this good in years.
I feel good, too.
I feel like we're on top of the world, like we got the show back, like we were taken hostage there for a year.
Hey, you ask a question.
Like we were a prisoner of Greg and the Momeister, and now we've got some momentum going on the show, I feel like.
Yeah.
And you're like crapping on our parade. Here's the look, wait till you hear this.
Okay.
Just to dispel your disgusting, no wonder they hated you in that poll 2 days ago. Since South Florida only has a classic rock station that plays the same tired, worn-out 20 rock songs and an alternative / new rock station that plays nothing but crap, why not do a poll on favorite rock bands that should be getting more airplay but don't? Yeah. Who cares about hip-hop or salsa? It says, by the way, my vote AC/DC. Isn't that an excellent suggestion for tomorrow's poll?
Showed up.
I think it's magnifico, especially in light of this stupid article in New Times that I referenced yesterday about more hip-hop, which is just the last thing we needed. And Kid Curry, by the way, says nobody wants to go to work for Clear Channel. I'm sorry to be so blunt, he says, but that's the feeling in the industry right now. Nobody wants to work for those assholes, is what Kid Curry said. Always like that Kid Curry. He also says kids these days don't need 10,000 songs in a row, with a grim laugh. They don't need a radio station to tell them what's a hit. They don't even know Power 96. They don't even need Power 96, he says. They're smart enough to download their own favorite 10,000 songs from the internet onto a CD. Ho-ho! Sounding more than a little conflicted, he concludes, for radio stations it's not really about the music anymore, it's what happens in between the songs. That's going to be our motto on this show. It's what happens in between the songs that counts on the Neil Rogers Show. Thanks, kid. And like he said, who the hell needs Power 96? I don't think he probably wants us to mention that on the air, but it's in New Times he said that. That's not a good thing to be saying. You know what I'm talking about? Not a really. Anyway, here's today's poll before we can continue with a lot of good stuff. The President's State of the Union speech was, I didn't watch it, so I voted for I didn't watch it. You got 6 choices. Did you watch it? And I'm not talking about seeing like 10 seconds here and there, which I did. I mean, in between Smallville and the hockey games and everything else. I saw like maybe 10 seconds here, 10 seconds over there. That's it. Not enough to make a judgment, although I have a feeling. Anyway, got 52 votes. The President's State of the Union speech was, didn't watch it, 21. The usual bullshit they all do, 12. Pathetic, 7. Outstanding, 6. Okay, 3. And weak, 3. Ho, ho, ho. Out of the first 52 votes on today's poll. Woman convicted of killing cat in oven. A Syracuse 52-year-old woman faces up to 2 years in jail after being convicted of choking a cat and then baking it to death in an oven. Baked kitty. A state Supreme Court jury deliberated over 3 days before finally agreeing yesterday on a guilty verdict against Laura M. Manning of Syracuse. Onondaga County Assistant District Attorney Laura Fiorenza said she intended to ask Justice John Brunetti to impose some jail time as punishment for what Manning did. Sentencing was scheduled for March 14. She just didn't kill this cat. She tortured the animal, the prosecutor said. She baked it alive, which was very cruel and painful death for the animal, and she did it intentionally. How do you like that? Fiorenza said she didn't know why Manning did what she did last July 7th. A witness told police he saw Manning choking a cat, then carry the animal into her home and place it still alive in the oven. Minutes later, smoke and a strong odor came from the apartment, and firefighters found the cat in the oven. Now, what's the name of that bit, if you fry your cats in Crisco? What's that called?
Cats in Crisco.
But we don't have it.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. Anyway. Defense lawyer Algis Nardone said he was disappointed by the verdict finding Manning guilty of the felony count of cruelty to animals. He said Manning seemed stunned by the outcome. The defense had contended Manning wasn't present at the residence when the cat was killed. Nardone had suggested that an ongoing dispute between Manning and some others had led somebody else to kill the cat and blame Manning. Who put the pussy in the oven? That's the question today.
It's on the white label Best of Neil 92 right behind you there.
Is it right behind me? I don't think so.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
It's in the shelf there.
Great! Well, we'll get that on momentarily. So that's up to date. Now we got to find out from the audience what they think about that 9 to 10 thing. Of course, it's, premature evaluation just one day. We're just on top of the world about it here. And of course, what you thought about that President's State of the Union last night, and about when we're going to start dropping the bombs, and how many times you're going to be hiding under the bed, and how many innocent people are going to die, all of these things. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. First call's in Margate. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I watched the President's Union of Address last night.
Union of Address?
I was just wondering, when are we going to bomb them sand niggers?
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Wilton Manors. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
I didn't watch the Bush. I was watching our Spartans beat up on the Hoosiers.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
And then I watched the Panthers get beat up on.
Oh, that was even less exciting.
Yeah. I like the 9 to 10 hour. More Bob and Tom, please.
Okay.
And
maybe we'll just put Bob and Tom on from 9 to 10.
Yeah. Since I don't have a fax, I want to be the first one to put the Allman Brothers on tomorrow's poll.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. See, they're already voting on tomorrow's poll. That's how good that was. Of course, we don't have any calls. Like I said, the 9 to 10 hour, that thing threw the whole show off today. Don't you feel that way?
No.
Is that what I just said a little while ago?
No.
Carlos is nodding his head. Sure, that's what you said, mister. 5670560, pound 56. See, this, I don't understand these people. They got no opinion on anything. How could they not have an opinion on something as significant to all of our lives as that?
And you think they're going to fax you great poll ideas every day?
I didn't say that. Maybe even mediocre ones every day. I don't know. I mean, I'll decide.
Anything would be good.
I think this one today is pretty good. We already had one suggestion there, which I think is phenomenal. 21 till 11 at 560. They continue being just as lethargic as they want to be. This place is just it's shocking is what it is. Shocking. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I think if we actually went out there with a bullwhip and we whipped each and every one of these people out there, it still wouldn't knock any, they're just in la-la land. And you see how immediately it drains the energy. I feel like I'm being sapped. I feel like Warren Sapp, although not that fat or that dark. But I feel just like Warren Sapp. They drain the energy out of it. That's what's wrong with South Florida. You can feel like you're on top of the world. Hey, what do you think?
Vampires.
And you can just feel like all of the blood flowing to your toes, you know? Very sad. 20 before 11 at 560 WQM. There are a lot of people out there who wouldn't even be able to find their toes. That's because they're fat. We got a lot of those people in this building. Now, the Beast was one of them. He's off to a really good start, losing over 40 pounds in Balance for Life, and you can do the same thing. And the reason it's so simple is because you don't have to be a genius to figure out how it works. The Zone diet, which it's based on, is extraordinarily complicated, but the good deal is that our friends over at Balance for Life do all the figuring for you. So there's no cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, no calorie counting, no carb counting, no balancing, no nothing. Just open up your little black sack, which they deliver to your door by 6 o'clock every morning, to your home, to your office, wherever you're going to be, and right in there's all the food you need for the whole day, and I mean plenty of food. 3 gourmet meals, 2 delicious snacks, and all the food is made with the freshest, the best ingredients, nothing frozen, nothing prefabricated, nothing with a bunch of chemicals in it, really great food. And you choose between 2 choices for each meal every day that you're on the program, and those are the only decisions you have to make. It's a piece of cake. So if you want to lose the weight the delicious and the easy way, and that it really works like with the Beast, just call Balance for Life and let them help you do it this year. Call Balance for Life at 954-568-3229. 568-3229, or check all the details on their website, balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
That sucks.
If you fry your cats in Crisco, make them tasty and crispy everywhere. If you fry your cats in Crisco, you won't miss them at picnics everywhere. All across the nation, animal lover patience grows thin. All the consternation, Greenpeace emanation, say not again, not again. Oh, please do not fry your cats in Crisco.
1046 at 560 WQM. See, it's already like 11 o'clock. Oh my God, we're in heaven, man. We're in radio heaven. We're in comedy bit heaven today, in spite of your intemperate behavior. 5670560. Here's a lady in Weston. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I much appreciate your 9 to 10 hour today. I like it a lot better than 12 to 1. It's a nice transitional hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works out very nicely. And I also agree with your first faxer today, who I'm embarrassed by the women in this town that Tom Welling and Johnny Depp didn't do better. Those are 2 of the most beautiful men I've ever seen.
I mean, when are they going to get with it? Brad Pitt, I mean, once upon a time was an extraordinarily good-looking guy, but he went out with white bucks.
He's got all that facial hair now. He looks scruffy and yucky. He doesn't look good anymore.
He looks freaky. He looks like Art Tommy in production here. He looks like a freak.
He looks like he smells.
Exactly.
Well,
he hasn't seen a bar of Coast since the last one he dropped.
Well, he's a rock and roller, you know.
Yeah.
They're supposed to smell. A couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or so, I had a great double treat on. There was one of those Inside the Behind specials with Johnny Depp, followed by, not on the same channel, but followed by the 2-hour episode of Smallville. Oh, it was an emotional experience.
I bet you were like drained for a week after that.
Listen, I felt something welling up inside of me.
Oh.
Well, on that note, have a good day, Neil.
And you too. And stay away from the produce stand at Publix. See.
Bye.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. That's right. Brad Pitt's old meat, man. It's a good thing we didn't put Paul Newman on there. Robert Wagner, guys who used to look good 50 years ago. We're talking about now. We had people calling in that. Remember yesterday there were some people, well, how about, people that used to look good, like Bo Derek, who just turned 96. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what would you touch right now. And of course, a lot of our people out there, they would touch anything. If it was like alive or even recently dead. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
That guy who fried the cat, he must be a Batman because he doesn't like pussy. But in any...
Oh, God. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Man died of a heart attack in Fremont somewhere. Where the hell's Fremont?
I don't know.
I don't either.
North Dakota?
No, this is another Ohio thing because it's from the Toledo Blade. Why is it we got somebody out there who is an Ohio person? Maybe it's Mad Dog because he's from, where is that place?
That place?
Solon, Ohio.
Oh.
No,
Really?
and that's word association again. There was a horse, Solon Pick, driven by Joe Marsh Jr., by the way, trotter. And every time I want to think of where the Mad Dog is from, I think of Solon Pick. I stick my finger in my nose and I pick a good one. Solon, Ohio. A man died of a heart attack during a fight with a friend over their religious beliefs while they were playing cards early Sunday, police said. His friend, a local man, was charged in the death. Brett Freeman, 38, appeared in Fremont Municipal Court yesterday on one count of voluntary manslaughter in the death of John Sidney, 52, of Fremont, who was a truck driver. Mr. Sidney was pronounced dead in Fremont Memorial Hospital. The case was ruled a homicide, presented to Sandusky County Grand Jury late yesterday afternoon. Grand jury findings were not released yet. The autopsy said Mr. Sidney had a heart attack triggered by the fight. Police Sergeant Jim White said Mr. Freeman and Mr. Sidney got into an argument, then a fist fight while playing cards with 6 other people about 12:49 a.m. Sergeant White said they started talking about politics, then branched into the discussion about religion. Witnesses told police Mr. Freeman punched Mr. Sidney in the face and knocked him to the floor. Mr. Sidney hit his head on the linoleum kitchen floor. He was unconscious but still breathing when rescue squads arrived, authorities said. How do you like that? God damn it. Same old stuff. That's like a tiny microcosm of the human race right there. In fact, that's a microcosm of what we're talking about right now. All the stuff that's going on in the world right now.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
I actually sat through the hour and 3 minutes of the presidential speech.
Yes, sir.
My opinion, I think he danced around a few topics, and I think he was pandering to everybody last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think that...
But isn't that usually the case with every president? The State of the Union speeches, they should just dispense with it because it's like, here's a little something for you guys, here's a little something for everybody else, and just, everybody stands up and applauds.
Well, I know, but here's an example. When Clinton was in office, most of the speech was early on. A lot of guys, because it was all uniform stuff. But when Clinton got into the actual meat of his speeches, there was a clear divide. I mean, the Republicans would actually boo and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
And the Democrats would clap. This one, I found it to be, it was almost like everyone was just kind of kissing butt, like, oh, okay, you're a wonderful guy, keep it up. And I found that both parties lacked real fire for topics, and it just seemed so blah. I mean, it just... Well,
that's probably because the economy is doing so well, and because the world is safe from all these terrorists, and we don't have to worry about any crap going on. And because Tom Ridge makes us all feel so secure now that they've given him another title.
I don't think that's the case. I don't see a fire in any of the politicians that are out there. I mean, to me, it's like we need to wipe the slate with everyone who's there and just bring in a whole new,
wipe it clean. Wipe it out clean.
Completely.
Okay, thanks a lot.
By the
Have
way,
a great day.
the guy who was cooking the cat should go to jail. Bye.
Okay. Wasn't a guy, first of all. But anyway. Maybe it was a guy. Maybe her neighbor was a guy. Do we really know the answer?
No.
And we really don't care. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Deerfield Beach. Hello. Deerfield Beach. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I read the story about the cat in the oven. I heard the cat was Jewish.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. They're really whipped up to a frenzy today, aren't they?
Day,
like I said, that's right. I forgot about that momentarily. We were in just too good of a mood, and then all of a sudden, here they all come, man, with their pointed hats out of the woodwork, out of their closets.
Shouldn't have told them we were in a good mood.
Boy, we're really pissed off, I'll tell you that. We're in a really crappy mood, all right? See, we're using reverse psychology because...
Pissed off gets me fired up when I hear someone say that.
Here's a call from Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, maybe you can do a poll on reasons why I don't call Neil.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole time is too long or stuff like that. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
On the presidential thing, I wish he was on every night, because that way I can fall asleep a lot quicker.
Okay.
Did you notice that he kept calling Iraq?
I didn't watch it. He said, I ran as fast as I can.
Well, he says the nation of Iraq, but the people who live there are Iranians, not Iraqis, or he kept saying
Iranians?
Yeah. Isn't the person that lives in Iraq an Iraqi, not an...
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. President's State of the Union speech last night was, we got 160 votes. Didn't watch it 54. The usual bullshit, they all do 46. There's 100 right there. Outstanding 22. Pathetic 21. Okay 11 and weak 6. That's the gamut. No interest in our 9 to 10 hour.
What?
So basically, no, we had two. We had one fax and then one call. So basically, you know what, we're going to do whatever the hell we want to do. Whatever makes us happy. Because we got a lot of people out there who, number one, don't give a crap, number two, won't say anything, and number three, don't want us to be happy. As if we really give a crap about morons with pointed hats who call radio talk shows. From the anonymity of a goddamn payphone somewhere with somebody else dialing it. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Yeah, what's up? I want to know what's with the county commission.
This sounds like Dave, the cop.
Dave the cop.
Yeah, see you, Dave. We don't do chronics on this show. I've worked for 27 years to avoid assiduously falling into this thing with chronics. I hear the morning show, man. You got Jamaican Paul. You got the mayor of Little Havana, Juan, whatever the hell his name is. He's another one. And then you got about a half a dozen, and that's it. They get like the same 8 misfits. I mean, really terminal. Most of whom, by the way, have very bad phones and also speak very poor English, and you can't understand a damn thing they're saying. We're not going to do that. Dave the cop is very articulate. You can understand what he's saying. We just don't want to talk to him. Don't you find him annoying?
No, not really.
I
just,
do.
Chronic.
Well, that's what I'm saying, chronic. But he's chronic just in a certain way I can't describe to you. Maybe it's only me. Maybe he'll take it personally, and maybe he'll be offended. Too bad. Just one of those things. We like you a lot, Dave. You're a good guy. You're a regular listener. You're always there for us. But the bottom line is, don't ever call us again.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Hey, what's up with your gospel spoken?
Let's cruise under ocean skies, where girls are with girls and fellas with guys. Let's climb right up the crow's nest. Drop anchor with me on the old poop deck. You'll love the gay boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The gay boat. Alright. Promises festive pant loads of fun. Oh, you can be Gilligan, I'll be the skipper. Ahoy! Hi, little buddy! The sea is the place you should go if you stay on deck or like to go below. You'll love the gay boat. Welcome aboard the gay boat.
11:01 at 560 WQAM. Fat Boy's neurotic neighbor Dave, or ex-neighbor, whatever, he's another Dave that we could do well without. But he faxes me another list that might be a good pull. The top 10 movies that made men cry but won't admit it. He says, It's a Wonderful Life is number 1. Yeah, I cry when that comes on. Right before I hit the remote and turn to another channel. Is this piece of crap on again? Boy. E.T., Field of Dreams, Pretty Woman, Brian Song, Schindler's List, Driving Miss Daisy, Rudy. What the hell is Rudy?
Football movie, Notre Dame kid.
How the hell do you know that?
Carlos just told me.
Oh. Love Story, Rocky 1, and Fatso. Fatso?
Rocky 1?
You cried when you saw Fatso?
Get the honey, Junior.
I laughed my ass off. Why would you cry during that movie?
It's sad to be me. Isn't that what he said?
No, he said, I feel sorry for me.
Oh, yeah, I feel sorry for
I feel sorry for me. As he was shoveling all the Chinese food in his puss. He did bring back the bags with the bones in them. That was kind of considerate. The top 10 movies that made men cry but won't admit it. That's a possibility. This is enough to make you cry. Gwen Stefani, somebody says, there is no doubt that Gwen Stefani,
Stefani.
No matter how you say it, she's still a skank. At least in this picture, she looks nasty.
She's,
what are you laughing about?
She's flat-chested,
and
ugly. Never stole
but
a
other
freight
than that,
train.
she's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were right. Lana has no boobs, and the other one, what's her name on the show? From Smallville?
For the life of me,
blonde.
I'll never
We
remember,
just see that's sad.
Blonde girl.
The blonde girl. She's got a much more supple set than Lana. Maybe that's why Clark ain't all that crazy. In fact, they may have a contest to see who's got smaller nipples, Lana or Clark, on that show. I think Clark's got her beat. He's got a smaller one. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Good show last night on Smallville. Too bad a lot of you wasted your time. See, the reason I didn't watch El Presidente is because I don't want to see him. He has nothing to say that I want to hear. Because basically, as far as Iraq is concerned, it's catch-22. If the inspectors find nothing, that means they're hiding it, so let's go in there and kill them. If they find something, there we really go in there. So it makes no difference whether they find anything or not, because they've already made up their mind. And number two, has he got any solutions for the economy?
No.
Other than more tax cuts for his rich friends? No. How's that market doing? Not too good today. Not too good. The S&P is down almost 10 points. So evidently the reaction is not overwhelmingly excited. Dow is down 122, and the Nasdaq down another 20 points as it continues taking a precipitous decline. And the only thing they can keep coming back at us with is more tax cuts for the rich, tax cuts for the rich, tax cuts on dividends, which that doesn't have any chance, by the way. No more taxes on dividends.
Good.
No chance. None. Even the Republicans are saying, who are you kidding? No chance. But he's trying, you gotta face it, because they figure they've only got the 4 years. I mean, they're hoping for another dozen with this one and his brother. But they've only got the 4 for sure that they got. And so as a result, while, you know what they say about make hay while the sun shines, or however that's saying, that's what they're doing.
While you can.
That's exactly what they're doing. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rogers, how are you today?
Okay, how are you, sir?
I've been listening to your program about 6 months now, and I find it very enjoyable.
Well, thank God.
And I
You're the
know
one.
when you start talking about this town, you really get sort of emotional and everything. I happen to agree with everything you say.
Of course.
I would imagine you travel, you go to Canada and you go to Europe. Do people ask you what South Florida's like too?
No.
They never ask you?
No, I volunteer it.
Okay, you
I
volunteer.
say don't ever go down there, you'll hate it like poison.
Okay, but I get an idea. It's very difficult to explain what South Florida is, but I
Okay.
have an idea that
It sure ain't New York, I'll tell you
picture
that.
is worth 1,000 words.
Okay.
You get a piece of sandpaper, double-sided, very fine sandpaper, and you cut a 3-inch long strip and 1 inch wide.
And then you stick it deep in your
rectum.
5670560. Go back to New York, sir. We're just nauseated. We have so many like you here.
In Florida.
We just, in fact, they must be the Raelians. Remember they had the press conference in Hollywood. This caller was in Hollywood. Maybe they cloned him. He's one of those New York clones. I mean, I don't want him to take it personal unless he wants to, in which case please do. But, I have no idea where he was going to stick the sandpaper, but it was kind of a rough call. 5670560, pound 5. You know, this weekend I was watching the end of the Hurricane Ohio State game again. No, that's just a joke. It's just a joke. I mean, and anybody who calls this paradise and spends their spare time in between playing rounds of golf with their baggy checkered pants and their varicose veins, watching tapes of old games again. I mean, what does that tell you about what this place is? Just take a thing of sandpaper,
cut it 3 inch
cut
wide,
it 3 inch wide,
and get
fold
out
it
Florida.
over, wipe your ass with it, and get on a bus. Here's a call from Davey. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just tuned in recently, but I listened yesterday. Can you tell me just real quick who won the most attractive person yesterday?
Britney Spears.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, who did you vote for?
Well, I didn't vote. I don't have a...
Well, who would you vote for?
Well, I didn't... There was one person on the list that I would wish that was on there, but I don't think you guys had her on there. Hillary
Who is it? Hillary who?
Flank.
Flank?
Flank.
Wank?
Hillary.
Hey, Oscar-winning actress to be sure.
Well, excuse
but
me.
not a hottie.
Come on, George.
She did that movie
well,
Boys
you
Don't
quit
Cry.
being such a hard ass. This guy is emotional just mentioning her name. He's like grabbing it right now.
She's hot. And what about... Did you say Gwen Stefani was on your list?
No, but she should have been.
You know, Heather Graham was on there, right?
Right.
You know,
she didn't do squat.
But you know what? I saw the other night a movie where she shows a ton of nudity in.
Boogie Nights.
What is it?
You're talking about Heather, right?
Yeah, Heather, but I saw
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. But
Yeah,
there's
with Marky
another
Mark and his fake stunt
Full
penis.
frontal, baby.
Stunt
one.
penis.
Have you ever seen that movie Highlander, Endgame, or something like that?
I don't know.
They have
Maybe.
this oral asphyxiation scene with her when the guy wraps the thing around her neck and
No.
attaches her to her fire.
Oh, that sounds like what
That's not
Johnny
her.
did to Mo.
That's not her.
That's Heather Graham.
No.
I promise.
No.
George,
Okay, you guys go ahead and fight this out. Let me know when you're done.
It's her.
That was great! Thank you, sir, for lightening up our day and otherwise we were in such a good mood, man, at 10 o'clock. We were like ready to jump through hoops. And then we took a few calls and, it's the usual. And now all of a sudden this guy brings us back to it. He was good. I have no idea what you guys were talking about and couldn't care less.
Graham.
I'd rather talk about beady-eyed Bobby Graham. How's his heart doing? Why don't we hear anything about that? He's only like getting ready to run for president, maybe. He's only our ex-governor and our current senator, one of. What's the story with that? Nobody cares. Nobody knows. We're more excited about, and that poll yesterday, we had over 1,600. Probably if we'd left it there, could have had 2,000 votes. That's how into it they were. That's one poll you can't do too much. You did it just a couple of months ago. I think
Hey, let's do it again tomorrow.
Tomorrow we got already. No, I'm gonna save these. I'm building my list of polls. Because let's face it, even a great pollster like yours truly, you don't have an endless number of brilliant, exciting, wild-ass polls, At least he was emotional about his choice. And you better dummy up about what the hell was her name?
We'll
Heather?
find a picture of Hillary Swank. She was in that movie Boys Don't Cry.
Is
Remember
Hillary
all the
Swank?
hubbub? No, she's rank.
Is Hillary Skank?
She's a fine
I know
young
one
lady,
Hillary
a
that I
great
would
actress,
say is
a wonderful,
Skank.
a
I know
lady.
one Hillary is Skank.
Yeah.
And that's why Bubba was doing everything else that had a skirt on and even some that didn't. The Ice Princess. Why don't we put her on there?
On where?
Ice. 9 minutes after 11, like Ted Williams. Let's see, nobody's calling about it. Oh, now here we go. Because nobody listens during, we never said nobody's calling during the 9 to 10 hour. This must be Little Steve or some other agent provocateur not today taking to typing. And still writes swill. Tracy says, great bits this morning, missed the Eisner bit. I don't understand what that means, the
Eisner
bit. But I prefer the noon to 1 comedy bit hour. It serves as a great finish to your show. If you make a comedy bit survey, my vote is for noon, Wednesdays, noon to 1. Says Tracy. And you say?
How about on each end?
How about 9 to 10 and noon to 1? And 10 to 11? And maybe even 11 to noon.
Like an ice cream sandwich. Like an Oreo cookie.
Oh yeah. We're just a filling in here in between.
To fill in.
9 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM. What do we got today? We haven't even mentioned because it's going so fast thanks to that great comedy bit 9 to 10 hour, Tracy, in spite of that fax you just sent with the best of intentions, but forget it. Mandich at 1 in the studio, the Mad Dog. Then you got Hank at the Heat at the AAA Arena. Well, that Humper, are we ever going to get him back in the building again or what?
When he's good and ready. When his tour is over.
When he loses a couple ounces?
What's the rush? He's having
I'm
a good
not saying
time.
there's any rush. I like seeing the Humper once in a while. Puts a smile on my puss, although he's got to lose an ounce or two. Hank is doing a show from the Miami Heat from the Mac Arena this afternoon from 3 to 6:50. You got that? 6:50, 10 till 7. He gets a 10-minute reprieve because you got Hurricane warm-up 6:50. Hurricanes in Providence 7 o'clock basketball. Eddie K after the basketball game and Joe and Mark 2 to 6 in the morning. Basketball games, college, don't last 3 hours. What do they do? Like I said, Eddie K will be along shortly. Like in about 5 minutes. 10 past 11 at 560 WQAM. We got 1 million votes on the poll already about last night's State of the Union speech. 236. Didn't watch it, 82. The usual bullshit they all do, 60. Outstanding, 38. Pathetic, 32. Okay, 15. And weak. You know how many people said weak? I'll give you a clue.
9.
Hey, if you're still sleeping on a crappy old lumpy mattress when you get up in the morning, when you roll out of bed and fall on the floor, your back probably tells you feel like crap. If you want to get a great night's sleep every night, do the smart thing. Call Dial a Mattress. Believe me, you'll feel a lot better for it. Call 1-800-MATTRES right now, and you can have a great night's sleep as soon as tonight. And as far as brands are concerned, whichever one you prefer, the best in the business. Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, they carry them all in every size and style. And the good news is you'll have 30 days to try it out in your home with the best comfort exchange policy ever invented. Some places make you sleep on the old mattress for at least 30 or even 60 nights before making an exchange on the new one, on whatever they sell you. If you're not comfortable after the first night, you just bought 59 more sleepless nights till you can do something about it. Then they'll charge you for restock, redelivery, and you pay full retail price on exchanges. When you do business with Dial a Mattress like I'm doing and George and Miguel and everybody else with the brain, you get real comfort with no BS, no extra fees, no hidden charges, and if you want to do an exchange, you can do so anytime within their 30-day comfort exchange period, no hassles at all. If you'd like to shop online, check them out at mattress.com. That's the website for Dial a Mattress. If you want to see it before you buy it, mattress.com's got pictures of the mattresses the expert bank consultants suggest. Naked pictures of the mattress you're going to fall in love with. Make the call now to Dial a Mattress. Enjoy a great night's sleep for months and years to come. 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Tuck it or did he cock it?
Oh, my! Oh, my!
He was one of the biggest movie stars of the 80s. One of People Magazine's sexiest men of the year. But drugs and alcohol took their toll. The E! True Hollywood Story. Nick Nolte.
Can you explain to me your current problems?
Yeah.
Are you drinking?
Yeah.
Are you taking drugs?
Yeah.
Sex with prostitutes?
Yeah.
Are you wearing tissue boxes for shoes?
Yes, that's right.
Can you tell us why?
The E! True Hollywood Story. Nick Nolte on E! Entertainment Television.
Yes, that's right.
11:16 at 560. Fat Boy was just in here. He said, hey, Buffalo Sabres.
Bye, bye, bye!
They're on their way to oblivion. Well, that's the way it goes. Rick Jennerette would like it in Portland, I'll tell you. Food substance found safer than thought. Let's correct the story that we had. By the way, Fat Boy lost, how much were you before? 321. He lost 7 pounds. 314.
Oh!
There you go. All by himself, by the way. He just took a huge dump.
Just by not taking the walk around to the scale with him.
Oh. See, this is to correct the story that they gave us before that everybody's all worried about, including you. A substance found in fatty fried foods such as potato chips and fries can cause cancer in animals, but the levels are not high enough to increase the risk of the disease in humans, researchers said yesterday. Don't you feel better now?
What substance is that?
Swedish scientists sparked a worldwide food scare last year when they found high levels of the substance acrylamide, a possible human carcinogen in high-carb foods including certain cereals and cooked potatoes, like potato chips and French fries with mayonnaise. But new research by scientists at the Harvard School of Pubic Health in Boston and the Karolinska Institute in Sweden, the first to look at acrylamide in terms of human diet and cancer risk, found it may not... Do you hear that? Must be this room, I'm telling you. Sounds like a massive lawsuit to me. Found it may not be as dangerous as people have been led to believe. The study provides some evidence that the amount of acrylamide people are taking is probably not sufficient to increase the risk of cancer. So if you have like a death wish, just eat a lot more fries and potato chips. Just shovel them down. You know what I do not understand? I'm sure you've seen the spots for like Pizza Hut and other pizza joints, and they deliver to you pizzas and like sweet rolls.
Sure, the cinnamon bread or whatever.
Now, I don't understand that. It's like saying,
dessert.
Would you like some mashed potatoes with your pasta?
Yeah. It's what they make. It's in a different shape with a different topping, so it's really easy to make.
Maybe that's what they make.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make to you is, why would anybody in their right mind eat... It's like saying, why don't you have some pasta with your pizza?
Oh, 'cause it's free.
Oh. Never thought about that. So anyway, forget about what we told you before, okay? And maybe you'll be alive or maybe you won't. I love this story. Woman pleads no contest to assaulting cookie stand clerk. This is great.
What kind of cookies?
Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oh, you know what the Mad Dog says? They're all screwed up in Ann Arbor. They're all on heavy, heavy drugs. Haven't I always said that? They got the best dope in Ann Arbor you ever smelled?
You said that.
A Belleville woman pleaded no contest yesterday to assaulting a clerk at a shopping mall stand over a chocolate chip macadamia nut cookie.
Go on.
I'm surprised the president didn't mention that last night. At least I didn't read about it. Laura Smith, 25, who pleaded no contest to misdemeanor assault and battery, is scheduled for sentencing on March 10th. A no contest plea is not an admission of guilt, blah, blah, blah. She faces a maximum sentence of 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. She was ordered to stay away from Ann Arbor's Briarwood Mall and the clerk after the December dispute came to blows. Police said Smith became angry when the cookie she wanted wasn't available, then picked up a 2-pound box of tissue wrappers and hurled it at the clerk. The clerk's glasses broke when the box struck her in the puss, causing minor injuries. Smith then went around the counter and punched the clerk because she didn't have her macadamia nut cookie. Smith said the clerk started the confrontation with verbal insults. It's upsetting because she started the whole thing and said, "Come on, let's fight." She proceeded to go around the cabinet or behind the counter. I just met her at the door and knocked her to the floor and gave her what for. How do you like that?
2x4.
Man, over a macadamia, although you know something? I think that sounds pretty good. Macadamia chocolate chip cookie.
Sure
you know what I'm jonesing for right now? What did I tell you yesterday? No. On whole wheat bread. No. Whole wheat bread, cheese sandwich.
Oh.
With onions and bacon. What are you laughing about? You don't think that sounds good?
That sounds wonderful.
I'm going to tell you, that cheese sandwich I had yesterday, since we had the good mood really started yesterday morning. Because Mo was out sick. And so Geldy was out in the hall during the breaks and even the rest of the time when the show was supposed to be on. He's flitting around in the hallway and everybody's having a good time. They're bringing in just tons and tons of food and nobody was saying, oh, well, if it isn't for me, I'm not eating it, you know. In fact, if it isn't for us, we're going to grab it. We don't care who it's for. And there was Fat Zach bouncing around the hallway. I better not say, 'cause watch your back, Zach. He is right on the edge now. After that disgraceful story he put on the air yesterday about Dave Wanstead and Troy Aikman, that was a disgrace. We don't need to be putting that kind of crap on the air on this station. And so he took some crap about that this morning, is what I'm hearing down the hallway. But we had such a great time because there wasn't that horrible air. You know what I mean?
The dark cloud?
The dark cloud that hangs in this building between 6 and 9 in the morning. The one good thing I'll say is I think he hightails it out of here real quick, you know? But at least by 10 we're safe. By the time we finish with our 9 to 10 comedy bit hour, we're safe. And then all of a sudden, look at the difference in how I even sound. I can hear it myself. I sound like a free human being today. Like I've been liberated. Freed from that dark cloud that's been hanging all over our heads. I don't want to be around it no more. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. 289 votes already. The President's State of the Union speech was, didn't watch it, 98, over a third of us didn't watch it, including me. He's got nothing to say that I want to hear, except maybe goodbye. The usual bullshit they all do, 77. Outstanding, 45. Pathetic, 37. Okay, it was, 19. And weak, 13. So if you go outstanding and okay, it was like, 22%. Which means 78% either didn't watch it or thought it was really the usual crap, swill. Teacher sues over her arrest for giving back pot to student. We'll get into that. We'll talk about that, as they say. Here's Miami. Hello.
How's it hanging, Junior?
Okay.
More is hanging to the right.
Yeah, okay. Put your teeth back in the glass, okay, Pops? It ain't helping. Good God. And by the way, free spaghetti dinner at Pompano Park next Monday. I'll see you there Monday night. He's calling probably from Winmore. Welcome to South Florida, ladies and gentlemen, where the average age is death plus 50. Yesterday was lunch at Mommy's. Nice lunch, by the way. Mom was very, very good for a change. No paprika, no hemorrhoids. But, you know, you think the driving is like bad in general? Have you ever driven on, you know where my mother lives? Have you ever driven on Sterling Road in that area?
Yeah.
Oh, and you're still alive?
No,
wow,
you don't know anything. You should drive it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
When the cops stop all traffic because Temple is in session.
See, there he goes again with one of those anti-Semitic remarks.
And so the traffic
picking on the poor
blocked
Jews, the old
the way
Jews.
to the beach and then in the other direction.
Well, guess what? Someday you'll be old and decrepit too, mister, and you'll be sitting on 4 phone books looking over the steering wheel like Bob Mayer.
What do you mean someday?
My mother sits on phone books in her car. She's still driving, by the way.
I'm sitting on a stack right now.
And quite frankly, yeah, well, is it a short stack? Probably from our friends at Dunkin' Donuts. We miss them badly. You know, we miss the good old days. Boy, this place used to be so different, you know. And I think we've just by accident we fell into a bucket of crap with that 9 to 10 comedy bit hour. Now, why the hell did I do that? What was the reason?
I don't know. Just an idea. Just a whim.
It was just a whim. Just another one of my brainstorms that just hit me like a lightning bolt. Yeah, just out of the blue.
Because we were talking about starting the show
because
at 10.
Because the 9 to 10 hour sucks anyway. We hate the 9 to 10 hour. It's just, it was foisted upon us. We didn't want any part of that crap. That's Greg again trying to goose up, trying to use his franchise to goose up other day parts. Shame on you, Greg! Shame on you! Oh, George has got his new contract. Now, is it done or did you just see it?
No, it's done.
Now, how come you waited until now to tell us about this?
I told you this morning.
Huh?
I told you this morning.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the vast audience and all your fan out there in the audience.
Oh, they don't care.
Some of them, of course, are really now blowing their brains out because that means you might be here a little bit longer.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Until they tire.
So George is going to be filling in for me when I'm not here on certain days. Like maybe tomorrow might be a good day. That sounds good to me. 5670560. I'm going to do what Tom Jicker wrote. I'm just going to call in from around the world at my whim, and you do the show. You get much younger demographics anyway. They like you better. You're heterosexual. They want to talk to you about all these hot babes.
Oh yeah, the faggot.
All these chicks with whatever they got.
Right.
Cricks.
Whatever they got.
Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Sensational.
Neil, I know you didn't watch the State of the Union address last night.
I did not.
I watched it, and I have some points that I thought. You know, he was talking about the economy and healthcare and all that. But he talked about
$50. Yeah.
He talked about the war on terror, and he said that we're winning the war against terror. It's going to be a long fight, but we're winning the war. But then when he talked about Iraq, he gave an ultimatum to Saddam Hussein. Well, at least it seemed like to me. You know, he was talking about all the chemical weapons that he has and how he just thumbs his nose at
the ones that we can't find, right?
Well, basically, and then he looked right into the camera, like straight ahead, and he told Saddam, he goes, "Mama me la pinga."
Yeah. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. You know something? If I would have known, if he did do that, and I would have known he was going to, I would have watched. If he was going to say what he just said, which we had to dump. Well, we didn't have to, but I just felt like doing it. You want to know why?
Why?
It's one of them. Hey, don't forget, join George for happy hour. One of you, that crowd. 5 to 7 at Treasure Island, located off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. Stop by for drink specials, prizes, and win tickets to see the Scorpions in concert at the Unctious Coral Sky Amphitheater on the 31st. Hope it doesn't rain then, by the way.
You
Pray.
won't believe how easy it is to win
So get those tickets, man. All you gotta do, maybe you don't even have to spin the veal. That's right. You don't even have to eat the veal.
Matter of fact, people that don't want to win them will be winning
Well,
them.
what do you mean by that? I don't understand. I thought you told me you always have a good crowd at Treasure Island.
Oh, no, the crowd's decent, just not a lot of interest for those tickets.
You mean they don't want to see the Scorpions?
And I can't
Or they just don't want to go
why.
to the Coral Sky Amphitheater and get pneumonia?
They don't want to see the White Snake?
Oh.
Or Dokken?
I'd like to see the White Snake. Where's Tom Brady now? 26 past 11. By the way, Troy Aikman is not coming to the Dolphins, and we want to excoriate the worst morning show for like starting all those. We got a little bit of ink in the papers about that. You know, they mentioned our call letters. I think that was good going. Nice going, guys. Don't pay any attention to old, what's his name? Old fuddy-duddy. Another day's gone by, you're still underpaid and stuck in a really crappy job. A lot of you guys out there. If you're really looking for a high-paying career, quit waiting. Call Fast Train, toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. If you enroll now, you can be certified on the way to a new high-paying job by April. How come she wasn't on there? Avril Lavigne. Yes, if you can commit 3 nights a week, Fast Train can have you certified as a computer professional by April. Call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They offer job placement, easy financing, day, night, and weekend classes. They got 4 convenient locations. They're in Miami, Kendall, Pembroke Pines, and Fort Lauderdale. Just one simple call, you'll be on your way to a new exciting career. You can kiss goodbye your crappy job and your asshole boss. Pick up the phone and call Fast Train right now, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, or check them out on the web at fasttrain.com. When you call, be sure and tell them that the most unctuous Todd Dreck told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
It's not surprising if you know me that I tried to force all the jokes to below me. I'm not a pervert, I'm not immoral, I'm just the president who likes a little oral. So on your knees now, that's an order. Willie wants some loving south of the border. You eat it up like a big cucumber, commander-in-chief like Doug and Hummer. I just want to get some fellatio. Kiss me nice and low, oh, oh, fellatio. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, you know what I like. Oh my goodness. Ooh-wee. Maybe we'll smoke some marijuana, and then I'll show you my big pink iguana. I'm about to blast off like Apollo. Too late to ask you if you spit or if you swallow. I just want to get some fellatio. The Prezi wants to blow, whoa, whoa, fellatio. I just want to get some fellatio. So maybe nice and slow, whoa, whoa, fellatio. Fellatio, 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 fellatio. What does he say? Fellatio, fellatio, fellatio.
27:00 noon at 560 WQM. Yeah, it was very grotesque, wasn't it supposed to be? Because as a president, we couldn't say blowjob. But it's okay if we're going to blow up the world. That's okay. See, blow, you gotta be careful with your blow stuff.
Sex bad.
That's it. How come Nancy Pelosi was chortling and chuckling last night? Did you see that? Because Bruce faxes and says, did anybody mention the president's use of the word nuclear several times last night? Nuclear. I swear each time they panned the gallery, I noticed the foreign contingency snickering. And I saw Nancy Pelosi. I just saw them show the clip on CNN. I didn't turn up the audio before the show this morning, but she was snickering. In other words, it was one of those speeches, I guess, where you didn't know whether to laugh or cry. So they did a little bit of each. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Here's a new proposed lineup for QAM in the morning. 6 to 9 a.m. Hosts: Mo Howard and Gildy. Everyday guest: Juan from Little Havana, Fish, Shelley, Jamaica Paul, Dave and Mark the Jets fans, and Richie from Boar's Head. I thought it was a new lineup. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Almost no input on our 9 to 10 hour, which, maybe they didn't hear it. Maybe they didn't see all those billboards promoting the hottest hour in town now. The 9 to 10 comedy bits hour. The transition hour. To get everybody into a great mood for the whole day, to set the tone, For those people who didn't like the tone ordinarily, we're improving the tone. If you listen very carefully, you can hear it. Hear it? Yeah, that's our tone. Here's a call from Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, two things. One,
can't hear you. Are you mumbling or is it a bad phone?
Do you hear me?
There you go.
All right. Two things. One, I got late. What happened 9 to 10? You got a new format?
Well, we played Wednesdays we've been doing the comedy bits from noon to 1.
Yeah.
So we moved it from 9 to 10, which we're thinking about doing every day. It was great.
Oh, no, that sucks. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Second thing is...
Well, you didn't hear it.
I know, but I know the comedy bit part.
Okay.
Like bedtime stories, right?
Yeah, no, not bedtime stories.
Comedy bits, I know. Like the thing with Mo and the rest. That's the only hilarious one is the thing with Mo.
Well, we had a whole bunch of Mo. You'd have loved it. Go ahead.
Second thing is, I listen to your show all the time, but what's the hard on you have for the president?
Well, what does that mean?
Every time he's...
let me ask you this. Do I have to like him?
I'm not. I'm just asking you a question. What's the hard on you?
I think you want me to describe very simply, without getting hysterical, without getting argumentative. Let me give you one word that describes how I feel about him.
M-O-R-O-N.
Okay?
That's Mo. I'm talking about the president.
Okay. 5670560, pound 560. Do you think he got the message? He chuckled. I think he got it. That sums it up.
M-O-R-O-N.
Only in this case, a very dangerous one. See, that's what
the question is, what do you like about him? For this guy.
Ask me tomorrow.
Okay.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Mad Dog coming up at 1. Hank from the AAA Arena at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Here's Hallandale. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
I am away from my computer today, but I wanted to say that I think the president's speech last night was pretty good, and I'll give you a couple points to let you think about.
Okay.
One was that he boosted AIDS funding for Africa. He's tripling the amount of money that they're spending over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned that it's a act of nature and that they're going to help try to fight it. And a lot of times you hear some kind of wacko Christians say that there's some kind of wrath of God and all that for homosexuals. Or
now let me ask you this. Are they also going to send a bunch of people over there to teach them about, not using condoms and doing all these terrible things?
I don't know about the details on that. I think that this money was for drug treatment to help them with those that have the HIV virus. So that particular point I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then also...
What about funding AIDS research here? Did he say anything about that?
Well, that is ongoing. I mean, there's billions of dollars that get spent from pharmaceutical companies, the federal government, and different Health and Human Service departments.
Is that why they tried to stick Jerry Thacker on the AIDS Commission here a couple of weeks ago, and then when everybody found out where he was coming from, they ran away from him like he was poison on the AIDS Commission?
I'm not sure about that particular person, but I think that particular point with
fundamentalist who calls it a gay plague.
Well, see, that's why he made the point that it's an act of nature. So I think that was pretty good. And I think he laid out the case for Iraq that these weapons that they say he has were documented back about 4 years ago, and they're unaccounted for, and that's the big problem.
Let me ask you this. If the DEA raided your house looking for drugs, okay, and they couldn't find any, and they said, we're positive you had them, but we're sure you flushed them down the toilet or threw them in the dumpster 6 months ago, so we're going to, throw your ass in jail. See, in other words, how can you condemn somebody for something you can't find? If you say, well, I destroyed them, I threw them out, I never had, well, whatever you say. If you can't, in other words, he's got a catch-22 here. Like I said before, if they find stuff, then we're going to blow them to bits. If they don't find stuff, then they're going to say, well, they're lying about it, they're hiding it.
Well, I think that with Iraq, that's not a good analogy because this is something that everybody in the world agrees that he had all these chemical weapons.
If everybody in the world agrees with that, then how come most of the world doesn't want us to go in there?
France has agreed with it. Germany, a lot of people
France
agree
and Germany, two of the leading opponents of us bombing
military
Iraq?
action.
Yeah.
Military action, but they acknowledge his weapons. They just don't want war to resolve it. But they acknowledge that he has them.
Yeah.
But I enjoy your show, and just real quickly as an aside, I do sales. I travel all around the state, and I can hear you up through Winter Haven, Melbourne. It's terrific.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, my man.
Okay. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See if we can agree to disagree with that guy and I. Without getting all bent out of shape and nasty like George has a tendency of doing. Let's see. Hi, Neil. Bush said last night, too many Americans in search of treatment for illegal drugs cannot get it, so now I propose a new $60 million program to help an additional $300,000 Americans. Oh, yeah. What does that mean? He says, I did the math. That turns out to $200,000 per person. Chris says, you should have heard him try to say the word peninsula. Oh, I sure hope he didn't say penis. Get all those Christian fundamentalists very upset and excited, too, if he would have said penis last night. Did he say that? A couple of times?
Yes.
5670560, pound 560. No response. We had those two. That's it. Well, and the other guy said it sucked. That other one. The one that was giving me crap because of the fact that I said Bush is an M-O-R. Whatever I said.
M-O-R-O-N.
And dangerous. 20 till noon. See, I don't understand. If he wasn't all that dangerous 5 or 6 years ago, why is he all that dangerous now? And how come North Korea isn't on our immediate hit list when we know they got nukes and they're bragging about it? And they certainly are far more. They're not third world. They're 50th world. North Korea.
They're not just bragging about him. They're waving him around.
Kim Il-jung makes Saddam Hussein look like a Sunday school preacher, although maybe not that dangerous.
Communist. Remember the communist? Communist bad.
Right.
How come that's not
they bad?
Right. Why not anymore?
Because remember what Martha Stewart said? I want to concentrate on my salad.
My chicken.
I want to concentrate on my salad. Don't start obfuscating here. Don't try to change the subject. In addition to which, does North Korea have any oil?
Well, no, they got.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
20 till noon at 560 WQM. Hey, if you avoid everybody else, if you stay in the house all day long because you got an ugly bald spot and the hair just keeps falling out in clumps, here's the answer for you. Don't be like a hermit. Be like a social butterfly and get yourself a great-looking head of hair from our friend Charles Alfieri. In business for over 25 years, Charlie's got the latest technology and the best-looking system in the world. They call it the natural hairline system. Why do they call it that? Because it looks natural. In other words, like the hair is really growing out of your scalp, that natural hairline, as opposed to like some barnyard animal crawled up on your neck, jumped up on top of your head, and just croaked right on top there like a muskrat. Forget about that. Call today. Take advantage of your $200 Neil Rogers discount. Just call toll-free 1-800-321-2413, and there's no obligation. They'll give you a free consultation, and Charlie will sit you down and show you just how much better and younger and natural you can look again. Better than you ever thought you would. And you've got nothing to lose but the bald spot because you got that 30-day guarantee he gives to everybody. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting laid like at least every hour on the hour when Big Ben strikes one, Charlie gives you a full refund. So like I always tell you, got nothing to lose but that ugly, grotesque bald spot, like Brooke O'Brien, for example, who's got a bald spot from here to Montana. Call 1-800-321. Oh, that's what I heard. Joe Montana's playing quarterback for the Dolphins. Oh! That's the new rumor we're starting. 1-800-321-2413. 1-800-321-2413, or log on to their website at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Yo, yo, let's rate Mo. Radio Big Show.
All right.
That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail of Oz.
Did you see our ratings for the last book?
Yeah, I know whose fault that is.
Sure. Couldn't possibly be us.
Watch your back, Zach, or you won't wait for Mo. No, Mo, no, Mo, no, Mo, no, Mo. Watch your back, Zach, or you won't wait for Mo. No more.
I got enough I gotta think about on top of getting raped, and I don't need a rating that's a -8.
Don't care what you do, long as it's understood. You gotta work a little harder on the guest you book.
Or else you gots to go. There's a lot of fat producers, you know.
That's right.
Watch your back, Zach, or you won't wait for Mo. No Mo, no Mo, no Mo, no Mo.
Watch your back, Zach, or you won't wait for mo, no mo.
Oh, brother, all that blubber I don't understand. How you can eat from a trough while using both hands.
You big fat touch, you made our ratings full. You're just like Clinton, it's all your fault.
Better straighten your fat ass out.
Or we'll take the food out of your mouth.
That's right. Watch your back, Jack, or you won't wait for mo, no mo, no mo, no mo, no mo. Watch your back, Jack, or you won't wait for mo, no mo.
Listen what we say.
Watch your back, Jack, or you won't wait for mo, no mo, no mo, no mo, no mo. Watch your back, Jack, or you won't wait for mo, no mo. You know who I am? You're lucky you got a job here. Try that one more time and you're all fired.
14 till noon at 560 WQM. Hey, Zach! Watch it. Utility wires save teen thrown from Jeep. Kansas City, Missouri. A teenager was catapulted at least 25 feet in the air during an auto accident, but grabbed onto overhead utility wires like an action hero and dangled for about 20 minutes before a rescue crew brought him down by a ladder. Joe R. Thompson III, 18, was treated for bruises and scratches at a hospital and released. God was definitely in control, he said.
Oh, God.
He lost control of his Jeep on Monday evening after another car suddenly turned in front of him. Thompson's Jeep. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to read this story because it's, I just told you. Talking about a Jeep. There was a dead man in a Jeep on the road yesterday. I'm trying to think of where the hell I was. I was going home from Mommy's house. That's where I was. I was going on Sterling Road. You make the left on 441 there, going to I-595. There's a little black Jeep with a dead man in it driving. And he's in front of me, makes the turn, the left turn there. He must have been going about 3 miles an hour max. And now I'm like, there's 2 left turn lanes there, so it's difficult. You have to get clearance to get by him, you know. And I go around him on the right, and I purposely slammed on my brakes so I could look and see what it was, what creature was behind the wheel. This was a man, and I use the term loosely, who had to be at least 600. He made Methuselah look like a child, like an infant. And that's the area we're talking about, man. Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. And 'tis the season, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it is. Now, this was not a frog. This was one of our South Florida, one of our real staples.
The point is, it's bad on any given day, but then these days, it's 10 times worse.
How's that poll coming, which I didn't watch it? Nobody here watched it. Did you watch it?
He watched it.
No wonder he looks so depressed. That's just his usual depressed look. President's State of the Union address, didn't watch it, 123, 34.4%. We had more important fish to fry like Smallville. The usual bullshit they all do, 95. Outstanding, 53, 14.8% said it was outstanding. Pathetic, 47. Okay, 24. And weak, 15. How come if the French and the Germans are saying all those same things about he's got this, he's got that, how come they're not ready to go into war and kill a whole bunch of people yet? You don't think it's because he's had the same stuff, most of which we provided for him, by the way, back in the 80s. How come they're not ready to go to war and kill all kinds of their own people and our people and their people and your people?
Because they aren't French and German oil companies that are going to be profiting.
Oh, I see. 5670560. Like I said, North Korea don't have no oil, so those evil doers we can put on the back burner for a while.
Who cares what those slopes do anyway?
You know, I guess it must be because you just signed the new contract that you said that. Would you like to retract what you just said? Here's a call from Weston. Hello, too late. Weston.
Hey, Neil, how are you today?
Great. Never better, sir, like the Mad Dog says.
I hear you, man. I missed the first couple hours of your show this morning, so if someone already brought this up, I apologize. But, did you see your old friend Caprita on The Shield last night?
No.
You watched The Shield?
I never seen it. What? Did you see The Shield?
I saw it and I didn't spot him. So now I have to watch it again.
He actually had a decent-sized part. And to top it off, he got to get punched in the... and a decent-sized piece, too.
I heard it was like a Jimmy Dean sausage, but anyway.
I wouldn't know.
I don't want to know either, believe me. Go ahead.
No, he got to get punched in the face last night by the star of the show, Michael Chiklis, and
all right.
It was an admirable performance by Mr. Caprita.
By our good close personal friend.
I must say, yeah. If you get a chance to watch,
that's good news. That means he won't be calling me for money anytime soon. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
I thought he still owes you money.
No, that's Stan Major you're thinking about.
Oh, okay, and then Larry King.
Okay, have a great day. You're out of material.
Loan me $50.
In fact, you know something? We could put the two of them together, Stan and Dave Caprita.
Woke up at 2 p.m., face down in a gutter. My mouth tasted like mung. My brain was like butter. Crawled up on my feet and brushed myself off. Lit up a stogie. Started to cough. Reached in my pocket, pulled out my trusty AM radio. Got ready for the evening with the Stan Major show. Yeah, got ready for the evening.
Like I said, here's a fax from Vince who says, I thought the 9 to 10 hour was great. Oh! It's a nice way to start the show off, especially following Mo and his Chronic 8. Yeah, I like that. And my vote is keep doing it. On a side note, it was good to see Ole Jokin made the All-Star team, even though somebody had to get hurt. No, actually, nobody did have to get hurt because Saku Koivu has got he's got exams because he had that stomach cancer. So he's got all these examinations he's got to go through. Plus, nobody wants to play in a game anyway. So that's why Ole got in there. Pretty nasty game last night, eh? Montreal 6, your Panthers 3. It says Milan Hajduk not making this still a joke. Well, you know something, I don't really care. I don't care about the Western Conference. Are they still playing? Tell your sponsors to have a Mo Howard David sale where the interest rate is always the same as Mo's ratings number. Didn't watch the president's speech. I hear enough lies at my job, says Vince. Thank you, Vince. Vince, the hockey fan, he's the one. Don't forget the All-Star game this weekend. Anybody interested?
No.
It's sold out. When in doubt, it's going to be sold out. You're going to be there, aren't you, Neil?
No.
Wait until next Wednesday. The Maple Leafs and the Panthers. Leafs are in a coma and a swoon, which is usually what happens right before they come down here. And a guy that sits in front of me with a dark black hair and his nice little quiet kid. Take a message from your kid, okay? Your kid behaves real well. He's quiet. He sits there looking forward, watching the game. Not sitting sideways looking back yenting with me during the whole game. I'm not interested in the yenta routine, okay? I do the yenta routine here from like 10 to 1. What are you laughing about? We used to do it 9 to 1.
Yeah, I know.
No, 9 to 10 we just have the comedy bits hour. Everybody is pleased, okay? Response from the audience is as usual. They never ever fail to let you down. They never fail.
To fail.
Exactly, never fail to fail. Kind of like the president. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
A little bit on your 9 to 10 hour.
Yes, sir.
It's enjoyable, but I prefer that you stick with the polls because that's going to kill you in the end quicker. Jackass.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T.
And the unpredictable guy.
Was that who that was? Oh, stick with the polls. Well, what the hell does a poll have to do with the 9? Don't confuse him with the facts. It has nothing to do with anything other than give an opportunity to say jackass. Okay, well that show's pretty popular. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Neil, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Minus 7 minutes. The president last night was, I tried to watch him. I usually can't stand watching him for more than a few minutes. And, of course, after 2 minutes, he started giving his speech, and there's claps about every 30 or 40 seconds to turn it off. When he was appointed by the Supreme Court as president,
right,
he was thinking Saddam Hussein when he had his right hand up. This has been his goal from the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, the North Korean people are way worse off than the Iraqi people, but I guess since we don't have a hose to plug in over there, we're.
Well, keep in mind, it's like, Daddy Bush and all his cronies all over again, Wolfowitz and Pearl and...
This is his personal agenda.
Rummy, that whole crowd.
Another thing is, did you see Passions yesterday?
Sure did.
Okay. I never
The only difference being I see the one that's a day ahead of what you see on the dish.
Right. I've never seen it before. Was Miguel the one that was standing behind a Hispanic lady who was going on and on about her son and some kind of
right.
medicine?
Right.
Okay. I'm a team player. I'm on your team.
Yeah.
And boy, he gets my vote. That's a winner right there.
Okay.
Let me ask you one more thing.
You'll have to hop over me to get to Miguel. Yes, sir?
Right. I'm already there. A few years ago, and when you were playing all the bits about a month or so ago,
yeah,
there was something, maybe it was Phil Hendry, but macking on the Lord.
Macking on my boy. They macked on my boy.
Is that something that I could find in your website?
No.
No. Funny.
All you can eat Negro. Okay, have a great day, pal.
Thanks, sir.
And keep hands off Miguel. One thing he'd be really interested in, since he's just new to that show, is the more clothes Miguel takes off, the better he looks. You know people like that.
Yes.
The more clothes he takes off. Now, some people, like Tom Welling, the more clothes he takes off, we say, well, nice face, Tom, but that's about it. Nice head job. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Oh, mijo, what are we going to do, mijo?
You're what?
Mijo. Mija, mijo. Yo-ho. She's a toot, that Pilar. She's a panic. It's starting to get really good again, Passion. Just when we thought it was like, for a little while after Timmy died, after he bit the dust, it started going downhill a little bit, and now it's going back up time again. It's kind of like this show, when I was on vacation there for a couple of weeks. Just a joke, George. You got the new contract now. Everything is fine.
It's all right.
You're making a whole bunch of nasty comments in there again, just like usual. You can tell he's got his contract signed. Going to start picking on Mo on the air now. Going to grow a big, big pair. The President's State of the Union speech was, how many votes we got on there now? Look at that, 379? A shocker. Didn't watch it, 129. The usual bullshit. Just change it again. I hate that. 132 said it was, didn't watch it. 34.2%. The usual bullshit they all do, 102. Outstanding, 57. Pathetic, 50. Okay, 29 in week 15. I don't even know why they do that, State of the Union. It's always the same. Ladies and gentlemen, the President, and they're all clapping for 10 minutes, and then the Speaker of the House gets up, and he bangs the gavel. Ladies and gentlemen, and they do it all over again.
Right. I've always wondered that.
And he stands there with that bewildered look on his face, like, he has no idea which side is up. Somebody made a great comment, a caustic comment about him the other day. Was it Paul Begala about, he's talking about the French and making excoriating comments because they don't want to join us in our efforts, and he said he wouldn't know where to find France on the map. And I thought, this is on cable network television, that somebody's actually saying that. The truth. 11:57 at 560 WQM, our big all-comedy bits noon to 1 hour. Oh, that's right, I forgot. We already did that. Well, something to think about. Bookends.
I'm doing more than
You
thinking
can't
about
have a
it.
sandwich
Right.
without the bread on both sides of the meat. I'll tell you one thing, if your carpet is in bad shape, oh, my little dog, in his final days, he's kind of like having some problems. You know what I'm talking about? Soft serve problems. If your carpeting is taking a beating because of your kids and your dogs and you and everybody else, here's the answer for you. Call our good friends at Dry Concepts. It's a machaya. It's a miracle to talk about these people because they really are miracle workers in your home. Whether it's your carpeting, your expensive area rugs, your drapes, your furniture, whatever the hell, they do a spectacular job of dry cleaning all of these things. Nobody else does it. And believe me, you'll see and smell and feel the difference because when they leave, everything is sparkling just like brand new, no matter how hopeless it looks right now. And there are no rip-offs, no games, no scams. They give you a written guaranteed price before they start doing the work. Call 1-800-248-5071. Use them once and that's my job is finished because you'll never have to call anybody else again. You never dream of calling anybody else. 1-800-248-5071 or you can check them out on the web if you like at dryconcepts.com. Dry Concepts, clean today, entertain tonight. Not just a slogan, it's their business.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You've got to stick your spoon in it, lad. Don't worry, it's not going to break.
Singing in the bathtub, making me clean.
Every 10 minutes I gotta empty this goddamn bag. Hey, who the hell are you?
My name is Carlos.
Well, get your ass out of that sink. I gotta wash these H-spots off my head.
Okay, I promise I will.
What are you doing in there anyway?
I am washing my balls.
Well, get out of there now.
Okay, I promise I will.
Oh, wait something.
Yes.
I kind of like the way your balls are floating there. All that hardware in your face. Kind of sexy.
Gracias.
I like that bone in your nose. Here, let me touch it.
No, you are a very bad man. You're not my type.
I'll give you $1.
Okay.
Yeah. Say, let me give you a hand washing your balls.
No, leave me alone. I will not be your bitch.
Come on, pal, trust me. You'll get used to it.
Please, I have no phone, no motor car, not a single luxury.
I'll give you another $1.
Okay.
To the Lord. Yeah, ow! What do you got down there? Some kind of meat grinding in it?
I promise I will.
Oh, I can't get out.
I pierced my hole, too.
12:03 at 560 WQAM. Wow, why don't we just play that from 9 to 10 every morning? Sounds good to me. Here's a great fax that says, this is in response to the idiot who was talking about Bush's speech last night. Also an important site you need to add to your website is www.whatreallyhappened.com. You hear that, Carlos? Whatreallyhappened.com? Think about it. Check it out. From the Washington Post, June 15. Bush denies African AIDS drugs to International Aid Agency. The president's choice to run the U.S. Agency for International Development, Andrew Natsios, oh, I could sure do something with that name. Andrew Natsios argues against giving antiviral drugs to the 25 million Africans who suffer from AIDS. His reason? Africans can't tell time. Taking AIDS drugs often involves a strict regimen, and Natsios seems to think all Africans are primitive villagers who won't be able to understand complex Western ideas like 4 o'clock. Instead, he suggests we must stress abstinence, there we go, abstinence, faithfulness, and use of condoms for preventing future outbreaks. So while Natsios thinks that Africans won't understand our Western concept of time, he doesn't mind trying to impose his Western morality. There you go, from the Washington Post. But he sure made a great case, you know, because everybody agrees they had these weapons. Of course, we know they had them because we gave them to them. They had all these bacteriological agents and all these weapons of mass destruction because we provided them to them. And if they weren't able to keep their hands on them, and if they lost them or whatever else, that's not our fault. Isn't that a good idea? So let's kill them for it.
Yeah.
Because when they took it in the first place, we knew they were up to no good. Here's Coral Gables. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How
Yes,
are you
sir.
doing today?
Okay.
Congrats to George for the new contract.
Congratulations, George. Oh!
I'd also like to respond to that caller too, who was praising Bush's speech.
Go right ahead.
You know, it was the lame duck session of Congress that we just had that wouldn't waive the patent for the AIDS cocktail drugs for these African countries to manufacture.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an interesting thing. It's not like they were going to be giving these drugs to them. They were going to be giving up the patent rights for these countries to manufacture themselves, so that the losses these drug companies claim are really just losses of potential sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally rigged money game.
It's called the inability to continue gouging.
That's exactly correct,
Mm-hmm.
sir. And the drug companies don't really pay for this research because all of these drug companies' research investments are tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially they don't pay taxes on their billions of dollars of profit. And then they claim that they are putting millions and millions of dollars into research, which is tax deductible. Now, I agree that it should be tax deductible, but for them to claim that they put in billions and billions of dollars of their own money into research when it is all tax deductible is ludicrous. And then on to the weapons of mass destruction argument. If you go peruse the New York Times this morning, one of the front page articles reports that the CIA and the NSA has no evidence of Iraq weapons of mass destruction programs. Now, they might have some residual products laying around that we haven't found that they're not declaring, but they have no active programs. How could they possibly have active programs with the level of surveillance and the UN and the International Atomic Energy Agency in there hounding them? So I'm just...
But you're forgetting he's an evildoer and he tried to kill Daddy.
Yeah, well, I watched that speech last night and I could not believe the response that we are seeing on the media, the positive response to the inane platitudes this man
keep one thing in mind, just remember who the people were who watched it, for the most part.
Oh, Neil,
The rest of us didn't watch because we knew what to expect.
Let me get out my gun. I want to play Russian roulette with 6 bullets.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Neil.
See ya.
Bye.
Keep spinning it. Why would I waste my time watching that when Smallville was on, or when a hockey game was on, the test pattern? Something useful?
While your heart is still beating?
Maybe it'd be a good hour to go and get my rug, my carpet stuff, interrupt until Right Concepts comes next time.
Wash your hair.
And clean up Tiny's residuals. Wash my hair real good. Scrub it.
Check your email.
5670560, pound 560. Don't forget, join George and Miguel and Carlos and Boca Brian. All of our wackos here. 5 to 7 this afternoon at Treasure Island. Right off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. Stop by for drink specials and prizes. Win tickets to see the Scorpions in concert at the Coral Sky Amphitheater on the 31st.
No.
Just ask for them. That's what George said. In fact, George says, please ask for them. So we can keep Woody Graver happy, in case Woody ever has something that we really want, which this is not.
Somebody wants it.
Wants what?
Well.
Here's Miramar. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I couldn't watch Bush either. So every time I turn the channel to look at him, he looked like a deer in the headlights.
Uh-huh.
And you're
At least he's consistent.
Your 9 to 10 is beautiful. Keep doing it.
Thank you so much, sir.
And George kicks ass, so keep him on. He does a good job.
Okay. What do you say? Keep what?
Keep him on.
Keep, what do you say? Keep the asshole? I'm sure that's what I thought he said.
I'll answer to that.
Anyway, editorial in yesterday's New York Times, federal funds to build churches. The Bush administration's campaign to merge church and state continued last week when it announced plans to allow federal housing money to be used to erect buildings in which religious services occur. And I'm sure the administration didn't use the word erect. Spending taxpayer money to build religious structures is a radical move and one that defies long-established constitutional precedents. The new policy should be challenged, and if the administration refuses to withdraw it, struck down by the courts. The Department of Housing and Urban Development has issued a proposed rule that would allow federal aid to be used to buy, build, and rehabilitate houses of worship that are used for both religious and non-religious functions. Taxpayer money could be spent to build parts of a church, synagogue, or mosque that are used for approved social service functions, such as counseling programs for the poor. Private money would still have to be spent on those portions of the building that are used for religious activity. The proposed rule is a reversal of current policies, which generally disallow religious groups from applying for building and rehab funds. If properly administered, it would create a cumbersome process in which government officials would be required to monitor the areas taxpayers paid for to ensure that no religious activities occurred there. It's far more likely that many religious groups would feel free to use the buildings as they chose, as long as social services were provided somewhere. That would violate the core constitutional principle that the government cannot spend money to promote religion. Last week's announcement is only the latest example of the Bush administration's allowing the religious right to set its agenda and raid the public till. Last month, the president issued an order making it easier for religious groups to receive federal funds to run social services programs, even if they discriminate on the basis of religion, sexual orientation, and other factors. And last year, the administration supported the Supreme Court's ill-advised decision to uphold the use of taxpayer-funded vouchers in religious schools. The First Amendment requires, in the words of Thomas Jefferson, a wall between church and state. As the Supreme Court's years of belabored jurisprudence have shown, it can be hard to say exactly where the line is between permissible and impermissible government actions involving religion. But sending taxpayer money directly into church building funds, as the Bush administration proposes to do, clearly goes too far, says the New York Times.
Absolutely correct, sir.
10 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM as we all goose step into line. Going to be doing a little goose stepping there at Treasure Island tonight? You better.
That's not what we call it there.
How about a little goose?
Right. Goosing.
Another day's gone by, and a lot of you guys out there are still stuck in a really crappy dead-end job, going nowhere fast or even slow. If you're looking for a high-paying career, here's the answer for you. One easy call can get you on the road to that. Just call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. If you enroll now, you can be certified on the way to a high-paying career by this April. That's right, if you can commit just 3 nights a week, Fast Train can have you certified as a computer professional by this April. So call them right now. There's no obligation. Call Fast Train and check this out. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Fast Train offers job placement, easy financing, day, night, and weekend classes, too. They got 4 convenient locations. There's a Fast Train in Miami, one in Kendall, Pembroke Pines, and Fort Lauderdale. Just one simple call, you'll be on your way to a new, high-paying, exciting career. Call Fast Train right now, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, or check them out on the web at fasttrain.com, and be sure and tell them that Todd Dreck, that's with a capital D, Todd Dreck told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
A lot.
Nobody knows that online I get a fat gland. I click with one hand, swing by smooth guys. Nobody knows just why I wanna be feeling a boy or two, underage and smooth. Drench my keys till my balls empty, clicking through my porn binaries. I spend hours hit downloading, using favorites reference for sites that are free. Some will consider my pedophilia evil if I want some hairless weenie down my throat. Me and a couple Twinkies under a blanket, having a tumble with an old homo. I'm not concerned about being reprehensive if I get too hard or lose control. If my research should get too expensive, I'll use my credit card, no one will ever know.
Yay.
Nobody knows that online, that I'm a stupid man who gets a fat gland. Yeah. Twink by smooth guys.
12:16 at 560 WQAM. We're doing that 9 to 10 hour again tomorrow.
Good.
And Friday.
And if you play that bit again.
Which one is that?
With Carlos bathing, washing his balls in the sink.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1.
I'll give it to him. On February 9th, they're going to be having the 7th annual Have a Heart for Scleroderma charity auction to benefit the Scleroderma Foundation at Pompano Park Racetrack, 9:30 in the morning. Now, what day is that, February 9th? Look on the calendar. Sunday? Sunday, February 9th. This year they're honoring Lauren 14 and Kelly 6. Both girls live in South Florida. They have the linear form of scleroderma. There is no cause or cure for this disease. All the money raised will go to research. For more information and reservations, call 954-968-6001. If you can make that's about no, I can't. But anyway, it says some of the items are a 14-day cruise by Seabourn to 2 for South America and the Panama Canal. Book value over $18,000. They're going to be auctioning off all kinds of great stuff. 2 unrestricted tickets on Southwest Airlines. Baseball autograph by the 76 New York Mets. 2 beautiful men's watches by Mercedes, values up to $450. Signed Jason Alexander memorabilia, and all kinds of great stuff. So if you want more information about that, it's coming up on Sunday, February 9th at Pompano Park Racetrack, 9:30 in the morning. 954-968-6001. Got it?
Got it.
Good. 56705. The response on the 9 to 10 hour has been just exactly what we'd expect. And you know something? We really don't care. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing today?
Pretty good?
Neil, you know, I kind of feel sorry for Mo. I really do. You know, in life, some people are born fat, some people are born ugly, some people's speech stinks. Unfortunately for Mo, he's got a bad hairpiece. I mean, I was watching Discovery Channel yesterday, and they had a special on Wolverines and Badgers, and I was thinking of
Okay,
Mo.
well, don't badger him anymore, will you, please, just because...
He's stupid.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. If you look up the phrase weak material in the dictionary, this last punk, his picture's next to it. Weak, sir. Very weak. North Miami, hello. North Miami. Going once. Here's Perrine, hello. Perrine. Is there anybody on these lines, or am I just losing it here? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Miami, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil, how you doing? This is Schwarzer Chris.
Yes, sir.
I just want to let you know all Schwarzers like you in Miami. You know, we love you. And I have a shameless request. I want to know if you could play the Mickey Mouse bit where he's yelling at Remus.
The Mickey Mouse bit?
Yeah.
You mean the one where he's calling Eisner?
Yeah.
Could that be the one?
Eisner?
Okay, we'll work on it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. I'm thinking 9 to 10 and noon to 1, son. Like I said, bookends. Sounds excellent.
A nice sandwich.
I still think like a grilled cheese on whole wheat bread would be really good. Maybe on rye with onions.
And bacon.
Lettuce, tomato. Pastrami.
Corned beef. Swiss.
Nice Reuben sandwich would be good.
Without the sauce.
Here's a call from New York. I sure hope it's not that chronic guy. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, this is Lou from Staten Island, New York.
Yes, Lou.
I was just on the line with my brother in Miami. He says, Lou, you've got to listen to this guy. He's one hell of a broadcaster.
Yes, I am.
And, you know, I called our research library, and you don't have a market here in New York City. But
what do you mean we don't have a market?
Well, we don't have a station with you on it.
No, but there is no other station. I'm only on this station. I'm about the only major talk host in America who's not syndicated because my agent's a putz.
Oh, Neil, what a shame.
It is.
I
could have been a contender, man. I could have been big time.
You are big time, Neil.
Yeah.
Believe me. Whatever you do makes a difference.
Yeah.
So
I guess you haven't spent too much time here, huh? The land of the walking dead?
Oh, gosh.
Thanks, Lou. Have a great day.
You too now, Neil.
Hang in
Take
there.
care. Bye-bye.
Okay, we will. How do you like that? There's a guy in New York that thinks that we make a difference. And if we were in New York, we would make a difference, which is why we're not on in New York. Because we might just make a difference. So all those people who are like, flapping their arms, he's not one of the goose steppers. You know, just be happy. Look on the bright side, like Monty Python would say. Just be real happy. I'm only on this one little bogus radio station here in Miami. Do you know that on Monday, 2 days ago, I'm driving home and I'm trying to listen to the Mad Dog on the way home, which I always do. I get a real kick out of him. He's a real hoot, even though he doesn't know his football. And the power lines out here on 441 again were acting up that day. You couldn't hear it. And Monday was a bitch of a day. Not just on this show. I noticed the whole station. It's kind of hard to call and have a conversation when you can't hear the radio station. And I think back to that first conversation I had with Greg Reed, where again, because lying is his middle name, oh, but we can go 50,000 watts. Yeah, and chickens could pee too someday, if they ever figure it out right. We're gonna go 50,000 watts. My ass. Seriously, I mean, until you got to County Line Road, you couldn't hear crap. Even if he took one right on the ear, you couldn't have heard it. You might have smelled it, couldn't have heard it. Some little dinky sports bar with a microphone radio station, and we're still like making a difference here. In a place where they don't care. So if we're on here in a place where they did care, with living and breathing people with zillions of them, then we might make a difference. So like I said, look on the bright side. Kiss your ass. Bend over and kiss your own ass.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Or kiss Carlos's ass, okay?
No,
it's right by those balls
how many times he's watched
Mo was talking about. Somewhere in the neighborhood.
Give me $1.
No thanks. 5-6, I'll give you $1 not to do it. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Whatever happened to the dogs?
I beg your pardon?
A couple of weeks ago, the lady called in about the dogs.
Yeah.
Whatever happened?
I don't know.
Oh, she never called back?
We did. Well, she called back and wanted more money from me. I mean, twice. And I just reached the point. I mean, whatever happened, happened. I did my best. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shameless request.
Did you
last song.
What is it?
Boca Brian, last song, when he was supposedly a talk show host. And you ripped him. And he made a little bit called The Last Song.
The Last Song?
He's thinking about Guitar Man.
Oh, Guitar Man. Is it in here?
Yes.
What's it called?
The Last Song.
Is it under the?
Yeah, probably.
Is it? Is it any good?
No.
I don't remember that. The Last Song? That sounded like Guitar Man talking through a strainer, actually. It's probably him.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I remember this. No wonder I never played this. This blows. Good golly.
This is the last bit I write for you.
I guess so. Man, is that a piece of crap. Get a new phone, too, by the way, pal. Quit with the crap. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. And we know why it's the last song you're writing for us, too. Believe me. People have heard it. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
I'm crazy.
Here's Hialeah. Hello.
I give up.
He gives up. Me too. Okay, look at that. We got down to one call on the board. See, what's the point of even saying it? You know what I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
You think that you're really all of a sudden, you're never going to change this town, these people, it is what it is. It's tragic. It's tragic. You could be on top of the world and within 10 minutes or less, these people could bring you down to their level. Suicidal plus. 5670560, pound 560, and we're going to make a difference. Our good friend up there, Lou in New York, thinks we're going to make a difference in this cesspool, in this outdoor toilet, in God's waiting room here, where even the young are like 90 plus. We got a bunch of people driving around on the roads whose hands are reaching up to reach the bottom of the steering wheel. Who the hell are you kidding, Lou? You're a good guy, but man, just don't come here because you'll hate it. You'll despise it. You wish you were never born if you're here like for more than 15 minutes. You'll be hitchhiking to the airport. Here's Lake Worth. Hello.
Me?
Yes, sir. Sounds like you.
How you doing?
Okay.
I took you advice. I called Dry Concept was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
3-year-old carpet with a red wine stain and a lot of. Well, you don't like pussycats, but a kitty cat. If he's going to bark between tile and carpet, they go for the carpet. It's all gone.
There you go.
They're amazing.
Best by test.
All right, Godfather question.
Yeah.
In Godfather 3, there's a hitman dressed as a priest who's supposed to be the best, and he's supposedly going to kill Michael.
Right.
So at the very end of the movie, he gets off a shot, hits, I guess, grazes Michael,
Hits
and he
Mary.
kills the ugly daughter.
Mary, yes.
Did he miss on purpose to make him, let's say, suffer?
No, of course not. No.
Oh, all right. I was just
There's like a little scuffle there, didn't you see at the end? And the sun was going, however the sun went.
I
How
know,
did the sun go?
but the first shot he gets off, I don't know. The first shot he got off, I thought he wanted
Believe
to
me,
make Michael suffer.
based on her acting in the movie, everybody got up and made a standing ovation when he hit Sofia Coppola. Believe me.
It did it for me. Have a good day.
And you too.
That's not an exaggeration either. Really,
Oh.
when I watched it, everybody applauded.
Oh, thank God. I mean, the movie's almost over, but at least better late than never in her case. Sophia. Dad, Dad. And then she hit the ground. And then he went, see, I don't understand. I'll say it again. This is a guy who didn't just have like ordinary pedestrian diabetes. He was like a, coma-induced. He must have been taking like insulin up the ass, which those shots really hurt. Cake, and there he is with a piece of cake. Few problems there in the script, That's what happens when you make a whole full-length feature in about an hour and a half. From writing it to
It's a good thing they have the fruit and candy cart right around the corner in the Vatican.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody has a shot.
Orange juice, man. Those altar boys love their juice. 27 past noon at 560 WQM. Hey, till 1. See, I thought you weren't paying any attention. I thought I'd sneak that in there. Here's a very important fax from our friend George with a G. Good faxer. He says, good afternoon, Neil and Jorge. Someone suggested you add www.whatreallyhappened.com here. Where did Boca Brian take Carl? He's not doing smoking. Carlos, huh?
They're down
He didn't put him in the sink, did he?
No, they're sharing a faggot.
Oh. Anyway, whatreallyhappened.com, your website, I would suggest otherwise, says George. It's a conspiracy theory website. Caters to American pioneer types, the ones hiding in the hills with their canned foods. And those who think that everything they hear on the Art Bell show was real. And he includes a page, which I wouldn't even repeat it on the air. So thank you very much. And he also says he likes the 9 to 10 hour with the bits much more than the noon to 1 hour. See, now, and I agree with him. You want to know why?
Well, I know why, but nevertheless.
No, seriously. First, it gives us that wall of separation. If you follow my drift, that wall. Oh, here they are. They must have found their faggot downstairs. And then secondly, you build momentum as opposed to like coming to a halt at noon. Yeah, that's not a good idea. And certainly the Mad Dog shouldn't be too happy about that. He should be ecstatic now. They were building the momentum going into his show as opposed to some other people like try to kill it, try to butcher it. I recommend very highly you don't listen to the show that follows it. That kind of stuff,
Who would do such a thing?
Asshole. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. A grumpy old man with varicose veins, an asshole like that, who's got a real bad disposition. Here's a lady in Homestead. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Listen, I just want to tell you, I love your show. You're great. It's really great. But I also, two quick things. You used to play a bit, and it was so funny, and you haven't played it in years, and I don't remember the name of it.
Me either.
It was about this guy up in Boca.
Was it the last song?
No.
Oh.
This guy up in Boca, and he's just a complete idiot, and he keeps saying da-da-da. Anyway, he finally ends, and we got the bomb. Do you remember which one I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That is so funny.
I haven't got any idea.
Okay. Anyway, I just love that one.
You don't mean the Boca song, do you?
I think so. I don't know. But
No.
it ends, we got the bomb.
This
guy's an idiot.
Oh, no, that's the asshole song, Dennis Leary.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what it is.
I think that's appropriate now, don't you?
I think I'd love to hear
And
it.
it's long. It's like 4 minutes and 24 seconds long. Thank you so much. 20 till 1 at 560 WQM. I thought that fit in so perfect at the end of that, We've never done that before. Oh, that was it. Did it for me. Hey, we want to send a shout-out. What are you laughing about?
Wow!
To our good buddy, Steve, over there at Alternative Termite Management. I haven't, don't give him enough credit. Not one ant. Not one little teeny tiny.
I don't even know what that's like.
Not anything.
In Florida.
Since the day he came to the house and, there were a few that went to their camps, They went to their death.
And all my years
after they glommed out they macked on that crap on the wall. They macked on the wall. And they're dead. Just amazing. Even with all the schmutz and the crap and the crumbs and the stuff. Not one.
Nothing.
Nice going, Steve. We love you. You're strange. Don't call me, but you're a great guy. Alternative Termite Management. That's the name of it.
They'll kill your termites.
See, but I shouldn't have said that because as soon as I gave him a plug a couple of weeks ago, my mother said, "Oh, you see, you got termites." No, I just mentioned the word termite. Ma, back off, Ma. Okay, ease off. And I don't want to see your hammer toe anymore. Okay, makes me lose my appetite.
Ew.
Yeah, she's got a hammer toe, which she shows me after lunch.
Roy!
Oh, God. 19 to 1 at 560. Delights of West Boca, a megastore. By the way, we like 9 to 10 Miguel, so whatever it says on your shirt, back at you. If you're on the Atkins diet, they've got a zillion products for you at Delights. This is the only store that I know of that is just especially for you. Who did that? The McGuire sisters, especially for you. Huh? The McGuire sisters. Remember them? Boca Brian and I do. You want to know why? Because we're a couple of old farts. Over 600 delicious low-carb food products in this one spectacular store. This week, try the Sinfully Low-Carb Loaf, a delicious new bread with just 3 grams of digestible carbs per slice and delicious taste of whole wheat bread, which I'd love to have a sandwich. You know something? Maybe that's still around. Is that still around, that loaf? Maybe I could make like a grilled cheese sandwich on that with onions and bacon. Am I in the mood for that? Anyway, try this. You'll be in snack heaven. So whether it's the Carbolite ice cream, breads, chips, muffins, cheesecakes, pasta, and sauces, Delights of West Boca is a place you're going to absolutely love. You'll embrace it, you'll squeeze it, and you can try anything in the store before you buy it. Their staff knows what it's all about. Trust me when I tell you they're open 7 days a week from 10 to 10. They carry the most complete line of Atkins brand products in the universe that are always, get this, 25% off all day, every day, even on Sukkot. So if you're on the Atkins or any other low-carb diet, this is the store that you ought to make a beeline for no matter where you live. The number one low-carb, sugar-free store around, Delights of West Boca. You'll find it on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Or call them toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB. Or on the web, you'll find them at lowcarb.com. Enthusiastically recommended, by the way, by Boca Brian. Don't forget, there's only one Delights of West Boca, your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Well, we're certainly not allowed to talk too much hockey.
If you blow too much, you're in trouble.
There's no smoking gun. There's still no smoking gun. Why, they couldn't even find just one. Weapon of destruction. Well, what are we gonna do? Order me up some troops. I'm gonna get what I want. If I don't, I'm gonna stamp my face. Carl, you need to show me how to move my head around and make a speech. I don't care about the consequences. I demand your loyalty. My wish is you will obey. Who needs a smoking gun? My war's already begun. Now that everyone forgot all about that Bin Laden. Ordered Fox Nazi News to change the facts and alter the truth. Don't give a damn for 9/11. Sell that war and get that all for me. Tell the public opinion, we're so close I can almost taste it. I'm more than just your president. I'm your God and you will bow to me. Fox will respect what I say. Absolutely. That's right. My long friend. Oi!
Top 48 at 560 WQM. Don't forget George and Boca Brian and Carlos and Miguel and anybody else will be at Happy Hour 5
Boca
to
Brian
7.
won't be going.
Well, why not?
He's got issues he has to deal with.
Issues?
Computer issues.
Oh, like I said, Boca Brian won't be there, so maybe you get lucky. How about Fat Boy? Is he going to be there?
You never know with him.
He's down to 314, man. He's really slimming down.
Spry. He'll be running up flights of stairs in no
5
time.
to 7 at Treasure Island this afternoon, located off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. And most people don't really care if Boca Brian's there or not, because unless they just wanted to rub his bald spot. Stop by for drink specials, prizes, and win tickets to see the Scorpions in concert at the Coral Sky Amphitheater on the 31st. You don't want to see the Scorpions in concert?
Even with Whitesnake and Dokken?
With a white snake? Well, whatever. Like George says, it's the price is right. Just take them. Just take them and pretend that you really want to go, and then you're just on the way out, you're schmick-can them. 5670560. Look at this phone. See, I thought that now we do that 9 to 10 hour, and we build the momentum, and now the audience has only got 3 hours to worry about of trying to have something to say. Did it help?
No.
Does it change anything? No. Got one call left. Here's a call from Gould's. Hello. And that's it. That was it. See, I'm onto this place. It's taken me a long time. I'm a little bit slow. They want to drag us down to their level of misery because the motto, in fact, you'll see it on the big billboards when you drive into South Florida, coming into Palm Beach and Broward and Dade. Big billboard saying, misery loves company. Thanks for joining us. That's what they believe. That's what they want. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. A sad place. Lou in New York, if you're still listening, trust me, don't ever come to this place. You'll regret it. You'll regret every moment of it. You'll smell the death in the air the moment you step off the plane. Here's Hallandale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got an important question for you.
Yeah.
Now, does a transsexual visit a urologist or a gynecologist?
Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil, how are you today?
Okay, sir.
Wow, you weren't kidding. I got right through.
What do you mean you got right through when there's nobody on the phone? What do you expect?
Holy cow. I actually have a couple of things for you, please, first of all. This morning I heard you talking about the tax cuts for the rich, and you know, well, you know, and I'm being serious, but you make a very good living. Is that not a great thing for you?
Sir, let me say this to you. If I just did the program or lived my life based on everything that was expedient for me, that would be, number one, very selfish, and number two, it would be arrogant and obnoxious. I don't live my life that way. I'm doing just fine. I'm not looking for any more tax cuts.
Okay, well, that's very, very good and noble of you.
No, it's not. It's not noble. It's just that I make a lot more money than most people, and I should be one of the last people getting any tax benefits right after all the big corporations and the other multimillionaires who are running the country.
Okay.
It's grotesque. It's shameful.
I appreciate you.
Not that I won't cash the check, but nevertheless.
There you go. Very, very weird situation happened. I don't know if I'm changing the channel. I just kind of tuned in a few minutes ago now. I listened this morning, but I had to go to work, so I'm back out. And I had a police incident where in Pembroke Pines, it was a custody issue.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go pick up my child, and the parent wasn't there for me to pick him up, and whatever. And I called the police to come out and write a report. So the lady comes out and writes the report. She says, come by the office, the police station, in 3 to 5 days and pick up the report. So I wait 7 days to make sure, 7 business days to make sure, and I go there. There's no record of the report. There's no record of anything. They don't have any idea what happened there.
How do you like that? No, they're too busy on Taft and hiatus in that neck of the woods, right?
Have you noticed how many more porkers you see out on bikes taking radar now?
No, because I don't. The only time I ever go in that area is my dentist is over on the corner there. But I used to live there, and believe me, even back then, they're hiding in the bushes, they're hiding in the median, they're under every tree and rock. But forget about the important stuff.
But I just can't believe that I got this police report built up for a court date. You know, I go to court, and I asked the lady behind the counter today. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? I said it's not here. And she goes,
and she said,
well,
good luck to you.
She goes, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
There you go.
In other words, just kiss off and see you later.
See you at the airport, pal.
Have a good day.
Squeeze that passport real tight. It's 12:52 at 560 WQAM. We all have different lifestyles, therefore you need different products to make you feel better and healthier. You could be almost as healthy as Skippy. Wouldn't you like to be as healthy as Skippy? Wouldn't you like to look just like that? And walk around going, Oleomed Mediterranean formulas are advanced combinations of pharmaceutical-grade olive oil combined with good stuff. There are vitamins in there, minerals, herbals, other nutrients scientifically designed to provide natural nutrition solutions to help you support specific health needs. Look for their great 3 new formulas from Oleomed. They got one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and CoQ10, which is so spectacular for your heart. Oleomed's also got supplements to promote health in your circulatory system, your digestive, your endocrine system, your skin and bones, even your mind, all using the benefits of the finest, the purest olive oil on the planet. And don't forget, Oleomed helps both men and women as well. I was smearing olive oil on my feet last night. What are you laughing about?
I know.
We got a brand new bottle of expensive Italian olive oil, and I smeared it all over my feet. And see how great I'm doing today?
Yeah, look at those feet.
Look at that. In fact, I'm smearing some around on the floor just in case you come in. Oleomed is an exciting new product, and you can pick some up right now all over town. Publix, Eckerd's, Whole Food Markets, and Walgreens. If you want to get more information about their products and what they can do for you, call 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633, but you can also order their products online on their website, oleomedamerica.com. And don't forget to visit their sampling pavilion at Sportstown every Sunday during Dolphin season, which is only like 7 or 8 months away. Start feeling great today with Oleomed.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
There's a butt. I smell it.
I was standing there one day, not thinking I would die from being able to make do. I should never eat McDonald's. A Big Mac must be trapped inside my bowels. How can you die from impacted parts? Who let these butcher doctors in? Now my heart stopped. You schmucks said cyanide tore my intestines out. I guess I should have known what to expect living in Miami with the kind of service you get in this town. I would hack and leave tomorrow if I didn't eat that crab I swallowed. Why can't you lend me some to relax? Why can't you losers get it right? My bowels were blocked inside my hiney. Can't make my turds go out.
Amen. It's 12:58, 560 WQM. The Mad Dog is sitting by. He'll be along next. And then we got Hank from the Miami Heat from the from the other arena, the AAA arena, the Mickey Arison Mayor Pingo Pequeña arena. 3 to 6:50. Hurricane warm-up, 6:50 to 7. Hurricanes in Providence, 7 o'clock basketball. Hoops. Eddie K jumps through the hoops at 10 from GA and Joe and Mark overnight. How they doing, Joe and Mark? They okay? By the way, don't forget tomorrow we got to wish Joe Costello happy birthday.
Certainly.
Happy birthday, Joe. We'll forget tomorrow. And we don't care that much like we used to. Because you're just not the same. You think it's because he got married or because he's doing that overnight show? Now he's a big celebrity.
I always thought it was just the nose.
That could be it. 505 votes on the poll. I didn't watch it, so I didn't have any opinions. And like I said, I knew what to expect. I'm sure I didn't miss a thing. There you go. The President's State of the Union speech last night was 162 of us didn't watch it, 32%, almost a third. The usual bullshit they all do in these State of the Union things, 134 said that. Outstanding, 86. 17%, that's a little off our usual 18.5%. Right?
Right.
But fairly close. 17% of you said it was outstanding. Pathetic, 67. Okay, 34. Weak, 22. A little on the weak side.
$400 billion.
Exactly. Well, hey, we'll take it. Like I told the other guy, I'm making a pretty good, but I'll take it. If that's what he wants to give the rich people, we're each getting $400 billion. You know what you're getting?
Yeah, I know.
Smell it and enjoy it.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This is the Beast, a fat Jew.